And hello, Savage fans, and welcome to Memorial Stadium. It's week 8 in Oklahoma high school football, and we've got a big one. Excitement in the air. It's a crisp October night, and the Broken Bow Savages and Ada Cougars are going to play a very important district football contest. The Cougars come in undefeated, 7-0 on the season. They're unbeaten in district play as well, ranked 3rd in the state of Oklahoma's Class 4A. Savages come in with just one blemish on theirs. That's the last home game we had against Salisaw. The Black Diamonds defeating the Savages 40-30 the last time we were in this stadium. And these two teams come in highly ranked, but I said it during the Salisaw game, Chris, I'll say it again, rankings are subjective. This team, there may be 5 teams on the west side of the state better than either of us. That's the thing about rankings, but we know these two teams are playing very well, and we know they're playing well enough to be thought of highly by people that place those votes, and so we expect a very, very competitive football game tonight.
Yeah, that's why they play the games. And we mentioned, we were talking just before we came on the air about Cash defeated Clinton last night. I think there's upsets, and and then not necessarily, it would be a mild upset, I think. They stack up well, these two teams, but against Salisaw, we turned the ball over several times, and we were driving down to make it a 3-point game and had a turnover, or else we're also undefeated in district play. Both of these teams are obviously excellent football programs and excellent tradition at both schools. I think Ada has 20 state championships. We have 4 of our own that we are proud of. This 40th anniversary, one of those, but they are going to play on this field tonight. It's a home game for Broken Bow. You see the captains going to midfield, and those young men walking out to midfield are going to make a very important impact on this football game.
You may see a different captain out there, or at least he looks like a different captain. You might remember the last time we were at this stadium, number 4's jersey was torn off of his back. He's wearing number 12 tonight. So your quarterback, Graydon Howe, number 12 on your roster, number 1 in your heart tonight. Number 7, Sky Baker, standing next to our quarterback there. Josh McDaniel, a 3-year starter at center, and Cale Ginn, our edge rusher. Those are the 4 captains. A.J. Brannon also on the field, but not in the center field huddle as the coin toss takes place. Beautiful night for football. The Savages duplicating a uniform for the first time this season. They've got the all black on black with the gold helmets. The Cougs come into town dressed in a sharp-looking white jersey and white helmet with some red pants on. Crimson, I guess their color's crimson, I would say.
Yeah, technically not quite the same jersey because it is pink out tonight, so they have pink accents is how I would put it. Okay. So it is slightly, if you want to look at the combination, it is a little bit different.
That sets the scene for you. Again, I'm not sure what the temperature is, but there's been a little bit of rainfall. It looks like the rain is going to pass through, and we're going to play under relatively dry conditions. The field is in outstanding condition. I was on it earlier tonight. I expected it to be a little squishy after some rains this week, but actually, Chris, it's nice and firm. It should be a fast field, and both of these teams have some fast players.
Yeah, and if you may notice one difference other than the pink out there tonight is the gold arrowhead is transferred to go. Thanks again to Craig Sundberg and Chris Panel for getting out there and getting that done. And you
got a slide on the Ada Cougars? You didn't do it?
Nope, don't have it.
Okay, no problem.
Not up there, but we do know that these teams have faced each other. I believe it's last time Broken Bow actually defeated the Cougars was an upset on this field, I believe.
No, I think the last time we beat the Cougars wasn't it semifinals of 2004.
Oh, I thought it was here. No, that was Poto that we beat here. And
now the last time we played them here in this stadium, it was on a Saturday following a tornado, and they came from behind. We had them by a couple of touchdowns. They came from behind and beat us in the last minute of the game.
Yeah, we did defeat them at Owen Field in the semifinals in 2004.
Yeah, actually two of the coaches that are on the field, one for Ada and one for Broken Bow, played in that game against – well, no, actually Coach Bean didn't play. He was actually injured, but he was a starter on that team that year. But he was actually injured and didn't get to play in that game. But they have an All-American – Coach Roark that was also on the field that was quite a good player. This should be a good game tonight as well. They are led by a young man, the coach's son, Brock Boyles. Coach Wade Boyles is the head coach. He's a longtime assistant coach at Ada, and now I think is in his 2nd or maybe 3rd season as their head coach. His son is the quarterback, and he's quite a fine player. He's got over 1,800 yards passing so far this season. And, he's got a couple of really, really dangerous receivers out there on the edge to throw to as well.
Yeah, Bromo's going to really have to put together a near-perfect game in order to win tonight, and barring mistakes by Ada. And that's one of the keys is no turnovers. Bromo needs to limit the turnovers and not get beat deep. That's another key. He can, Broyles, you see Ada running onto the field there, Savage about to follow, but Broyles can throw it downfield, and he has those guys that streak downfield. You can't let them get behind you. You can't get burnt deep, so Savage secondary going to have to be on alert.
He's got 3 players on offense that are going to touch the football, all named Richardson. And I don't know the relationship to one another, but I do know that there's some great deal of speed and some really strong running as well. Karan Richardson in the backfield, number 23, he's going to touch the football a lot tonight. The Savages are going to have to stop him in order to establish any kind of momentum against the Ada Cougars. There are the Savages entering the stadium tonight, back in black. Savages will be kicking off, by the way, and defending the west end zone to begin the football game tonight. That means they'll have an opportunity to start the second half on offense. If they get it done defensively tonight and get good field position, they would love the way to start the game in that manner, Chris.
Yeah, and that's to set the tone for it, go down, put the ball in the end zone on this defense. This defense, the Cougars, again, prides themselves on stopping their opponents from scoring. And, of course, these the mutual opponents, obviously the district opponents, but both of these teams are 2 of the 4A teams that actually beat McAllister as well.
Both of these teams are big strike offenses. If you look back through the season on their scoring plays, there have been lots of chunk play scoring plays, those of 20 yards or more, by both of these 2 offenses. It could very well be a high-scoring football game tonight, provided that the wet football doesn't play a role in the game in that way. Let's talk about what the Broken Bow Savages have done so far, Chris. Coach Maverick Lang's offense has been prolific so far this season. 131 points in back-to-back weeks, 70 in one weekend and 61 in the other. That's by far a school record. The closest I could find was 113 over a 2-week period. So that's quite a prolific output. And as we've talked about before, his offense at Meeker transposed over into Broken Bow, and man, what a stretch he's had coaching offense over the last 5 or 6 seasons.
Very similar looking curve that goes up. Swings up from the first year to the second year to the third year at Meeker, and now from the first year to the second year at Broken Bow. But it looks like Savage defense going to have to
very good chance
get the ball for us and try to prevent Ada from getting in the end zone, as they're prolific scorers as well.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's going to be the defense tonight that will have to step up to make the difference in this football game for the Broken Bow Savages, and they'll have to play from start to finish without turning the football over. We saw them self-destruct a bit. They got off to a slow start and then self-destructed at the end of the game against the Salisaw Black Diamonds. They will need to put together 4 quarters of top-level performance tonight to defeat this football team. We are just about set to get underway. Freshman kicker Gediel Zaragoza has the football teed up, 40-yard line. The Cougs are in kick return formation. Savages kicking from left to right here and defending the west end zone as we begin this important football game. And Zaragoza's kickoff is a high floating kick, be fielded on the move, 24-yard line. Cuts back to the middle of the field, 30, breaks the tackle, has some open field. Now he's hit and brought down near the 40-yard line. Got to be slightly short of the 40-yard line, I believe. That's number 5 on the Kanan Parker on the return. And here comes Brock Boyles and his offense.
That was a great job by Blake Skelton as well. He was behind and actually dove, got his shoulder into the ankles of the return man as well. I like to see that to help him at stop, but good field position for the Cougars to start their first drive.
Jimmy Brown, Jackson Porter, Cale Ginn, and Bentley Brown across the front for the Savages. Braden Williams, Bladen Meddock, Cade Pratt, that's your forcing unit as we open the football game. Pistol formation as they'll shift H-backs, double tight look now. Handoff, it's Richardson hitting the backfield, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and not much more than that as the Savages stack him up. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Ada Cougars.
That's a win for the Savages. They're the entire force unit in there, and that was just the Cougars lining up to see. Testing Broken Bow said, can we just start running the ball up the middle and run over this defense? Round 1 goes to Broken Bow.
Setting the defensive backfield, it's got Cole Patrick at strong safety. Sky Baker back in the lineup again. He's the free safety tonight. The corners are Isaiah Fields, and it looks like that's B.B. Heath, Javion Heath, at the other corner as we open the football game. Boyles wants to throw the football, fires it outside The ball slips out of his hands and goes way high as the Savages get some pressure around him, but the pocket sealed pretty good. Chris, this is a big offensive line for the Cougars, and they have a lot of experience.
Yeah, it almost looked like they lockstep. They actually swing around in a semicircle arc, and it's sort of impenetrable by most defenses. It's kind of similar to a shield wall by the Spartans or something like that.
Good news for the Savages is it was incomplete. It stopped the clock with 11:10 left, and it's 3rd down and 10 now for the Cougar offense. Richardson behind Boyles in the pistol formation. He's got twin receivers to both sides. Looking to the wide side, scrambling in that direction. Now throws the ball up, floating. It's caught on the run. That's Gaddis on the catch. Kyler Gaddis takes the floater across the middle.
Savages are saying that it was
it's incomplete.
Yeah. That was a strike he threw out there, but it is a wet ball. It might have slipped through his fingers.
I did not see the ball hit the ground. My apologies. Incomplete. Now it's 4th and 10. That's a big break for the Savages as Gaddis had them beat in the middle of the field.
He did. He was wide open, and the ball did get there, but just not able to bring it in. And so the Savages, defense.
Look at this punt formation.
Well, and I would look at who the punter is.
We've got a gadget going on here, but he is going to kick the football. Back deep is I'm having
Graydon Howe.
I'm having trouble calling number 12 Graydon Howe. My apologies.
Well,
Graydon watches the football roll dead at the 18-yard line, and that's where the Savage offense takes over. 82 yards away, 10:51 to play here in the first period. They've held the Cougars to 3 and out, and now the offense gets a chance.
Yeah, and that's going to be number 12, Graydon Howe. Right. It's Graydon, not Hayden.
It's G12 tonight.
Yeah, G12. On the roster, Hayden Jenkins listed as number 12, but that will be.
I got that.
Graydon.
I got that reference. Thank you, Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with Snooty Neal in the backfield along with Graydon Howe. We'll set the offense in a moment. Graydon with the pistol, hands off to Neal. Big hole, 20-yard line, cuts up to the 25, busts his way through the 25, and out of bounds he goes at the 28-yard line, very close to the line to gain. A big hole and a big run by Snooty Neal.
When he crossed the line, there was not a defender within 3 yards of him on either side. That was a great cutback, and that was trap blocking, I believe, or counter blocking by the Savages.
Well, that looks close enough to measure to me. I think they are going to measure it, aren't they? Why would they measure it if they're going to move it? I mean, why would they move it if they're going to measure it? So we're going to run 2nd and short here. 2nd and less than a foot, it looks like, from this angle. Graydon's still in the pistol here with Snooty behind him. He has 3 receivers in formation. Hard count, nobody moves. Savages with good discipline.
And plenty of time left on the play clock as well.
As they'll look to the sideline to get the play change. Got Dejon Hall in the slot, wide side of the field here. He's the primary target. But this is 2nd and short. What a great passing opportunity. But they're going to give it to Snooty. Another big hole. Breaks outside 30, 35. Still on the move. 40, 44-yard line. Snooty Neal with a big run. And, Chris, I saw Snooty in the hallway this morning. We're talking to each other. And he's like, I got him. I'm going for 200 tonight.
He is on fire. He made 3 moves during that run without losing speed, just shifting himself but keeping his momentum. Man, that is so. If they can keep that running attack effective, they will be able to move the ball well on this Ada defense.
Josh McDaniel is the center in the middle. Sonny Freeman and Aiden Hammonds on the right side of the offense. Here's Snooty to the other side. This time it's a jailbreak, and he goes down, tackle for loss, a loss of about 5 as he tried the left side for the first time, and that time the left side of the defensive or the right side of the defensive front for Ada put the stops on him.
Yeah, and I think they actually did a little stunt down there switching over with the guards and got through that Savage offensive line. That puts them back behind the chain, so probably won't see another run on this next play.
Hunter Shomo and Lucas Curry on the offensive line, left side.
Or I should say not another run from Neal.
This is Kalel Flagg, split wide to the right side of the field. Trips on the wide side. Graydon looks that direction, now reverses his field. He's got a problem in the backfield. Down he goes. 2 tackles for loss, 2 consecutive plays, and the Savages find themselves in 3rd and a long ways to go here on their first possession.
Graydon Howe slipped at the same spot on the field that Snooty slipped on that last play, and that does limit Howe's elusiveness, having a slightly wet field. So that is a factor, definitely a factor on that play, a factor in this ball game.
They're going to send Hall to the wide side along with A.J. Brannon. Still looking for a play. Now they think they have one. They'll go shotgun formation with Neal. He'll flip to Howell's right hip. Graydon with the football, straight drop back. Looking downfield, wants to throw the ball deep, can't find a receiver. Now he's got a crossing route. It's Brannon, 50-yard line, 45, 40 in Cougs territory, and then bullies his way. And we've got a penalty that comes in at the end of the play.
That's going to be on the tackle, I believe. He went down for the knees.
So Brannon easily with a first down here as the Savages on 2 consecutive possessions here have the first down.
I think that's going to be an illegal contact because I don't think you can hit people below the knees like that.
Yeah, the ball carrier you can. It's not you can hit the ball carrier below the legs, below the knees.
Well, I'm sorry, he led with a helmet, I think. That's what the call is.
So is there a call or is there not a call?
Apparently it's a phone call.
Clock is stopped with 8:58 left, first period.
And a long distance one at that. Well, that's going to, unfortunately for the Savages, come back. That was a great reception and run afterward by Brannon, and a good job of Hal checking down. I don't think Brannon was the initial intended receiver on that play.
So that's not a warning. That's a sideline penalty. So there's no warning. They call it on the sideline. It's a 15-yarder.
Did it interfere with the play?
It almost had to.
I mean,
I don't understand this call, but the coaches seem okay with it. So
it's a first down still at midfield.
Now I think they have things right. 1st and 10. Football at the 49-yard line, still in Savage territory. But the Savages finding some openings here in this Cougar offense, in this Cougar defense early in this football game. Pistol formation, 4 receiver set. Hand off to Neal, right side, midfield, cuts back to the 45-yard line, spins, falls forward, close to the 42-yard line is Snooty Neal. He's going to be short by about a yard, but another big gain on first down.
Again, handed to the O-line. That was textbook blocking, Skip. They double-teamed a couple of guys, but that was just fantastic opening of a hole, and Snooty made a great cutback to get that extra yardage. That was a huge gain on first down.
Big gain, lots of good running room so far for Mr. Neal. They've stayed in the pistol most of the way. Here they are again. They'll go double tight with 2 receivers on the field. Hard snap. Neal has it. Coming from the backfield is the middle linebacker. That is number 0, Chris, and that's Mr. Stipe, Kelton Stipe, and he is quite a good player. He's playing with a torn MCL and still that deep in the backfield making a tackle.
Tough kids. Both of these teams have a middle linebacker with a number 0 that is a great open field tackler. And Cade Pratt, of course, for the Savages, and you saw why Stipe is starting at middle linebacker for the Cougars.
A loss of 4 on that play, so the Savages go from 3rd and 1 back to 3rd and 5. Clock moves, 7:50 left, first period. 4 receivers in set. Ball on the right hash mark. Pistol formation. Number 12, Graydon Howe in front of Snooty Neal. Wants to throw it. Looking to set up the screen. Now he's got to scramble. Pressure. A lot good of team speed from Ada. Fires the football in the direction of Brannon. It is incomplete, and the Savages will have to make a decision here on 4th and 5 at the 45-yard line in Cougar territory. A little too close to punt, maybe, so the offense probably stays on the field.
Yeah, and by the way, that was
we're going to punt it.
That was a great defensive play as the defensive back for Ada broke and got a hand on the ball to knock it loose. The ball was on the money to Brannon. Just a great defensive play prevented that. But you saw that as Hal is not as quick on this wet field.
Oh, loose ball. Brannon's got a problem in the backfield. He's going to go down and turn the football over as the Cougars credit the wet football again, that time as Brannon mishandles it, and the Cougars get the stop at the 43-yard line. They'll take over just 43 yards away.
Yeah, in the pregame we discussed factors. One we did definitely underestimated is the effect of the humidity of the rain and precipitation on this ball game. Savage's offense unable to overcome 2 mistakes due to the wet field. That last punt and Hal slipping down trying to cut back.
Defense needs to step up, make another stop here, as that turnover is going to be a costly one. Technically a turnover on downs, but it was because of the wet ball that it happened. Boyle's in the pistol formation. He's got a 3-receiver set, hands it to Richardson, nowhere to go. Nice job that time. Bentley Brown turned it in, and he had some help from the other black-shirted defenders. No gain. In fact, maybe a loss. No, they're going to give him his progress up to the 44. That's the original line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10.
The most impressive aspect of this game so far to me, Skip, is the line play, both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball for Broken Bow. Broken Bow's D getting through there, making tackles in the backfield.
Here we go, 2nd down and 10. Boyles will flip the H back, to the left side, all the way out into the slot, in fact. So he's got a balanced look. Wants to throw the football, firing back to the little bubble screen. The Savages have that read out. Boy, Cole Patrick sniffed that one out. Even if the ball would have been complete, he was going to punish him for it.
Well, we talked also about how the players felt they were ready for this game. They were looking forward to this game, and they are obviously prepared for this. That was well scouted out. They knew where the ball was going that time. Cole Patrick made the play.
Yeah, the Savage safety was in the right place. They saw that, and that was a little misdirection as they looked to the left like they're trying to set up, and then they go back bubble screen to the right, but it did not work. 3rd down and 10. Savages with a chance here to make another stop, and they've got 7 across the front.
Close to the line of scrimmage.
Everybody's in the box right now up front for the Savages on 3rd and long. They're bringing pressure. Boyles has a rusher coming at him. It's Cade Pratt. Got him in the backfield, and down goes Boyles at the 49-yard line.
Wow.
Credit another TFL for Cade Pratt, and the Savages have forced another punt from the Ada Cougars.
That is his 21st tackle for loss this season. Also, there was another Savage lineman back there. Just great penetration, and didn't have a chance. Boyle's a great passer, didn't have a chance to throw it.
He's their punter as well, so you do want to watch him. The ball's at midfield. This is kind of no man's land. There's a chance always for a fake at this field position. Graydon Howell drops back at his own 15-yard line and awaits the punt from Brock Boyles. Boyles with a good snap. He handles it well, gets a high floating kick that Graydon will field at the 13-yard line. Breaks a tackle to the 15, still on his feet, and now he's spun down near the 16-yard line, and the Savages will take over. They're 84 yards away, 6 minutes even to work with. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be back with the Savage offense right after this.
We're back.
And welcome back. Graydon Howell with some pressure in the backfield, breaks through the 20-yard line, 25, bulls his way forward up close to first down yardage. He's got first down yardage at the 28-yard line. A big scramble that time by quarterback Graydon Howell. Stop the clock, move the chains. The Savages opening it up with a 1st and 10 on the first play from scrimmage.
And that was power running by Graydon Howell. Man, I mean, he just lowered his shoulder and went through that tackle.
Got Williams, Hall, and Brannon split wide left this time. That's flag in the split right. Hard count.
There was a bounce.
That's going to be a legal procedure against the Savages. Our tackle moved. We'll lose 5 there.
That's one of the other keys of the game is no mental mistakes. And that's one. That can cost you in a game where difference. I mean, that last time that was the difference between a first down and punting. So
mark the ball off 5 yards for the false start. 5:37 left, first period. 1st and 15 Savages after a big scramble on first down by Graydon Howell. Rushing 3. Cougars looking to try to get pressure with only a 3-man rush. Now Graydon flips the football out incomplete.
Graydon asking for a late hit on that, but the referee looking at him going, nah.
He was trying to throw the football, so
yeah.
It's either if it's a late hit, then it's a fumble. 5:26 left on the clock. Clock will stop on the incompletion, and now the Savages faced with 2nd and 15. They only rushed 3, Chris, that time, so you've got to be a little concerned about the amount of pressure they were able to get on Brookable.
Yeah, and I think it's, a function of the wet field. Graydon not able to scramble like he usually does. Of course, the guys pursuing him also have to worry about that.
Here's Graydon with more pressure. They've got him by the jersey, and down he goes. Both defenses doing their job tonight, forcing these long situations outside the chains, and now the Savages on a 3rd down and a bus ride will have to try to come up. Maverick Lang will have to try to dial something up here on 3rd and what is that, about 21?
The line to gain is the 39-yard line.
Sure enough.
So, and the ball's at the, let's call it the 17.
16, I'm going to say, yeah. Yeah, 23 to go here on 3rd down. So, and there's another penalty.
It may be unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. At least that's what I'm hoping for. That's automatic first down, right?
It is against the defense. No, it won't be. It used to be, but it's not anymore. Unsportsmanlike against the Ada Cougars. So 15 yards, we'll mark it off as 3rd and 8.
That changes the situation.
Yeah, 3rd and 23 to 3rd and 8 is a different situation. I'm not sure what these unsportsmanlike calls are about, but one's been on Broken Bow and now one on Ada.
I think it's verbal.
And maybe they're just trying to control the game early on. 5:07 left, Graydon dropping back 3 steps, will throw the football, gets hit as it's released. Dejan comes back to get it, and it bounces off the turf.
Oh, man.
In front of him.
That was a good he tried to stop and come back, and his footing slipped a little coming back to the ball.
A little surprising that the Savages dial up a long vertical pass there on 3rd and 8, but now they'll be in a punt situation. Brandon mishandled the punt last time, or the snap was bad. Either way, the ball was wet. I'll put it that way. 4:59 left, first period. Clock stopped. AJ this time handles the snap, gets the kick away. It's an end-over-end kick that's going to bounce and roll inside of Ada territory and out of bounds near the 39-yard line. And the Cougars will take another offensive possession. They so far have had the football twice. The Savages have stopped them both times, and will have another opportunity to do so here.
Yeah, that was actually a great punt considering the circumstances. It was a high snap. He had to jump off the ground to get it. And, he didn't wait. It was a one-step and then kick the ball. But he does, gets all the way inside the 40-yard line, but to the 35. So that's about a 34-yard net punting.
They've spotted it at the 35-yard line. I'm questioning that spot as well. It's in our favor, but I just wanted to be fair.
It was kicked from the 33, so.
I don't want bad officiating in either direction.
Yeah, that's a 32-yard net punt.
Here's a big power look this time. The Savages have 5 up front to rush. Boyles dropping back, got some pressure from Pratt. Now he'll just change hands. That's got to be
illegal grounding. He was in there.
Yeah. That's got to be that ball. Was there an intended receiver anywhere near that football?
No,
he actually changed to his left hand to throw the football.
And Schott put it out there, and he was still in the box.
Yeah.
The officiating crew's talking it over, and they do throw the flag. That's going to be intentional grounding, loss of down.
Yeah, it's definitely a loss of down. So Boyles in big trouble that time. Had Pratt on one side coming at him. I didn't see who the other rusher was. I think it was Bentley Brown. And he couldn't get away from him. He changed hands and flipped the ball out. Yeah. Incomplete, but now it's a grounding call. So you'll get the penalty marked off. Should be from the line of scrimmage here, fellas. It's not a position foul.
Yeah. Well, hey, our quarterback's thrown the ball 3 times left-handed already.
Yeah, okay, good point.
But
touche. So the football goes back to the 24-yard line, technically. And now it's they'll replay 2nd down. So grounding was a loss of down. I'm not sure about these calls. This is that should have been a loss of down. It should have been marked from the line of scrimmage, but here's a quick pass out.
Oh, that's a fumble. He's going to complete a fumble. It's Isaiah Fields delivering the blow. Wow. Did you see the impact of that?
Big stop by Isaiah Fields. 4:44 left here. And it'll be 3rd and 21. That's a huge play, Chris.
Oh, man, and you saw like a reaction by the Savage bench, but it was after. He had the ball for a beat, and then it just came out. I guess he didn't have full possession of it, or else that would have been Broken Bow football.
So on 3rd down and 21, Boyles in the pistol will flip a receiver and go to a balanced look. Football on the left hash this time. Long snap. Straight drop, wants to fire the ball across the middle, and the receiver never saw the football. Had his hands on the defensive back when the ball was thrown, and the ball went clearly over Gaddis's head, incomplete. It'll be 4th and 21, and another punting situation, another stop by the Savage defense.
A fantastic play, and that just go back to that hit by Fields. And again, this may be one of those 20 to 14 ball games. It's looking like that so far, and either team able to move the ball, and it's not supposed to really get any drier tonight.
Both defenses look really good so far. Lots of pressure on each quarterback. It's turning into a defensive struggle. I agree with you. 4:38 left, first period, no score. The Savage offense about to get the football back, provided it's a clean exchange here. It's rolling snap, but he gets it up and away. It's going to roll and be picked up by Howell on the run, 45, midfield 45, and he slides down in Ada territory at the 45-yard line. That's a big return as the Savages get great field position. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Life insurance. that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
And welcome back to Memorial Stadium. Savages and the Cougars in a big one tonight. Big shout out to everyone watching us out there in the Savage Nation. Appreciate all of you tuning in with us here on the live stream tonight. My name's Skip Copeland along with Chris Chandler. I want to say a big hi to Mr. Tom Williams, who's watching us tonight. I understand he's followed us all season, and it's good to have him here in town with us tonight. Here's Graydon on the scramble. He's got some pressure. Now wants to run. 45 to the 40. Steps through the 35. 30. Off to the races. 25. Ball his way over at the 20-yard line. And down he goes near the 16-yard line, punishing people on the way.
That's the second time he has literally run over a defensive back. He lowered his shoulders, grabbed the ball in a Larry Zonka, and just delivered the blow. And that looks like he wasn't scrambling and trying the loose footing. He wasn't scrambling side to side. He took the ball straight up the middle.
Yeah, I was talking to a couple of Ada guys earlier before the game, and that's one thing we talked about is it's going to be physical. Both of these teams have a history of playing physical brand of football. And you see that right there as the quarterback bulldogging his way. Here's Snooty getting a chance. Opening in the middle, creases closed quickly. Still gets positive yardage, however, down to the 15-yard line. Give him a gain. Oh, I'm sorry, at the 10-yard line. Give him a gain of 5. And it'll be second down and 5.
A great job of keeping his balance with the man defender on his back and getting that extra 2 or 3 yards. Puts him in a good situation for second down.
Second down and 5. Let's call it a long 5, as the football has got to get all the way to the 5-yard line, and it's not quite to the 10 here. So they got a little more than 5 yards to go. Graydon turns and looks. 3:28 left. Clock on the move. Plenty of time. Just down to 7 on the play clock here. Option, pitch, Neal in the backfield, turns it up, runs into his own player at the 10-yard line, and he gets down at about the 7, let's say. They're going to give him the 7-yard line as progress. He's going to be a yard and a half short of the first down, but it is just third down. So he's got third down a little more than a yard here.
That is a scary proposition for a linebacker or defensive back when you got Graydon Howe running with the football and Snooty Neal as the pitchback.
Yeah, that's a dangerous-looking option play in more ways than one.
yeah, with a wet ball, you're right.
Pistol formation. Hard count. Savages, the receiver moved, I think.
No, they're just looking at the side. No flag. Thank goodness, because it's basically less than a yard.
Ball on the left hash. Graydon will follow Snooty Neal. Gets a block, gets the first down, but does not make it much further than that. He's going to get inside the 5-yard line. Let's see where the spot is. Well, they're going to say he got past all the way almost to the 3-yard line. So set us up first and goal here, Chris. First time tonight, the Savages in the red zone, and they've got it all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Now, keep in mind, in that first drive, there was a lot of some long throws, that one to Brannon. But on this drive, it has been mostly via the ground, almost exclusively.
I think it has been, hasn't it? Well, we had one pass play.
One that was, yeah.
Had a penalty on the end of it. Graydon in the pistol here, first and goal. Football, let's call it the 4-yard line. Here's Neal running behind that right side, tucks it inside, gets to the 2, gets really down close, and the line judge is going to say he did not quite get to the 1-yard line here. So the Savages send in the power with Meddock and Pratt coming in. They'll take flag off the field along with Braden Williams, and we'll see a power set on second down and just a little less than a yard to go here.
This is the kind of contest that you look for in this football game. Who wants it more? Who can put it in the end zone? Who can stop them? This is two great football teams up against each other, and Savages are 2 yards from pay dirt.
Can the Savages power it in here against this Cougar defense? High snap. Good exchange, however. Snooty cuts it back into the end zone. That's a Savage touchdown. 1:29 left first period, and the Savages up by 6 early on.
That was a signatory drive by the Savages. Remember, they started it with that great punt return, the scoop by Graydon Howell, and he got it across midfield to set the Broken Bow up, and then they just powered it down the field, and a couple plays went for it, made it converted on third, and then got it into the end zone.
I don't think there was a completed pass on that possession. I think that was all on the ground.
I was thinking of the last possession. Yeah, that was
45 yards all on the ground. Here's Zaragoza's kick. It's a low liner, and it's through the uprights.
Oh, that looked like Zaragoza at the World Cup.
1:29 left first period, 7-0. The Savages lead the Cougars. We'll be back with more Savage football after this.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Hey, how about these sponsors helping us bring these live streams to you? Absolutely no cost. That's not something that happens for every school. We appreciate them so much. When you see our media partners advertise here, take a note of who these folks are. Make sure you let them know how much you appreciate it next time you're in their business, and please do go in their businesses. They are staples in our community, all of them. Savages with a great drive, 45-yard drive, all of it on the ground, capped off by a hard run that time, and your quarterback setting the tone with some just absolute powerful football. Savages will kick it away now, and the Cougars will take their fourth possession of the football game. So far, the Savages able to stop them on their first three possessions. Zaragoza with the football kicked up, and he gets it away. This time a little floater that will float and bounce, and the Cougars will pick it up and up the sideline. Here comes a penalty marker coming in as the block comes in behind the play by number 7, and that's a block on the would-be tackler. So the Savages are going to the penalty is going to push the Cougars back even further. The ball at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, that was number
7. That's a spot foul.
That was number 7 for the Cougars. I think it was Meddock that he hit in the back. Or was it Clay? No, it was Clay, wasn't it? 13?
I think it was 13. So that should be on the possession, right? So, yeah. That's a spot foul, fellas. There you go. Now you got it.
Holding against the Cougars.
I'm having to help him here, Chris.
Yeah. Hey, I would say, Richard Owens is in the house tonight.
Yeah, we might have to put a headset on him here in a minute. And so now
or put some stripes on him and a hat and stick him out there.
Now they've got it right. They've first and 10 Cougars, 20-yard line. They're going to set up in a two-back set. Now they'll go motion out of that. Hand it off to Richardson, cuts it back upfield. Trap block on the inside to open the hole. Richardson breaks the tackle, and the Savages finally get him down. The cornerback, Isaiah Fields, finally gets him by the shoestrings and gets him down. The Cougars have their first down on the ground here tonight as they've started things off in a big way. 33-yard line, first and 10.
He had his shoulders. He got the ball out. He got his body out over his legs and was able to lean forward and get through a couple of would-be tackles right there at the line of scrimmage.
Pistol formation, 3 receivers into the short boundary. Now they'll motion the H-back over to the other side. Savages flip to the strong side defensively. Now Gaddis will join him. Double tight look. Richardson running to the weak side, breaks outside, nobody at home. 40-yard line, cutback move, 45, midfield into Savage territory at the 47-yard line. 2 rushing plays by Karan Richardson, 2 big Ada first downs.
Yeah, they've gained over 30 yards on 2 rushing plays, and that can't be Savage defense is going to have to figure out a way to stop that. Again, great running back, big line, but he did break a couple. He broke one tackle on that play as well. You're going to have to get into his legs and wrap him up.
They just overloaded to the right side of the offense and then has countered him back to the opposite side. He found nobody home and had lots of running room. He's going to try the strong side this time, cuts outside. Savages have him by the legs, and down he goes. He gets positive yardage, a gain of 3 up to the 45-yard line. Down to the 45-yard line in Savage territory. Second down and 7.
Yeah, that's how Pratt came through, scraped through, got into the body of Richardson, able to grab him around the legs and prevent any further movement. But strong back, still managed to gain 2. Let's call it maybe 3.
Same 4 up front for the Savages. Cale Ginn, Bentley Brown on the edges, Jimmy Brown and Jackson Porter the tackles. Pistol formation. Balanced look with 2 receivers on both sides. Boyles wants to throw the football back. He's got an open receiver and blockers in front to the 40-yard line. Cuts it out, 35, 30, open field all the way to the end zone. And Richardson has a touchdown for the Ada Cougars on just a little throwback move, Chris.
I see what you did there with Richardson.
Yeah. All you got to do is just call in Richardson's name. There's 3 of them. That's LeCavian, who has the touchdown as the Cougars are an extra point away from tying things up as the first quarter expired during the middle of that play. So we'll either have a tie game at the end of one or the Savages will have a 1-point lead, assuming this is not a 2-point. This is a swinging gate look, so this could be a gadget. They're going to send the kicker wasn't even on the field. So the offense stayed on the field, and now they'll send the kicker out. Boyles will hold.
Yeah, the holder's the starting quarterback.
Good snap. The hold is down. The kick looks good. Over the west wall and into the street it goes. 7-7, the Cougars and the Savages after the end of one period. You're watching Savage Football on the Broken Bow Savages YouTube channel. We'll be back in just a moment.
Being from a family of faith, I think that gave me the encouragement to chase those dreams. It's not just football, right? It's so much bigger than that. Just trying to lead by example and be a good steward of what God has given me.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
And welcome back as the Savages and the Cougars all tied up here at 7 as we get ready to start the second period. They'll change ends of the field, and the Savages will be moving from east to west now as they will get the football back. They scored on a beautiful drive last time, Chris, 45-yard drive, all of it on the ground, but they could not stop the Cougars as they had lots of success on that drive. And now we've got the ball game we thought we would have, which is both offenses looking pretty good.
Yeah, well, you mentioned it in the pregame, Skip. You talked about what a big play offense the Ada Cougars were, and they showed it on that drive. Got it to one of the Richardsons in space, and once he took off, it's hard to catch him.
Cougars with the football teed up. The Savages have return men back near the 20-yard line. Not sure what kind of kicker we have. A high kickoff. Savages may fair catch that. He should have made a fair catch on it.
That is.
As Dejan Hall that made the catch. That was a big hit by the Cougars, but Dejan really should have fair caught that. I kept waiting on the signal and just never did see one.
Well, you can get clocked if you're standing there. And look, are they calling timeout?
No, I don't think so. It's a change of possession, so that was the number 10 for the Ada Cougars on the stop that time. That's Matthew Hutchins. He's a junior defensive back. Savages will send the same 5 out up front: McDaniel, Shomo, Freeman, Curry, Hammonds. Cade Pratt is the H-back. Snooty Neal's the tailback. Brannon and Hall wide left this time. Looks like flag wide to the right side of the field. Howell with the handoff to Neal in the backfield. Breaks. The penalty comes in behind the play. Neal still on the run. Breaks to the 50, to the 40, 35, 30, and then he's out of bounds. But I think that one's coming back. Looks like a hold at the line of scrimmage.
You see Graydon Howell standing there at the 23-yard line. And that was, again, there was just about a 2-yard crease between 2 defenders for Neal to get through, and he did. He saw the acceleration, the speed, but all for naught as this one's coming back. Man, Snooty Neal is running with a mission tonight.
We got 2 penalty flags on the field on 2 different. I guess the Cougars have the choice here of which penalty to take. That's what he was talking to the coach about.
Offset, looks like.
No,
it's both holding. No, they declined. They declined the first one. That was when the offset sign.
Yeah, so they'll take the holding from the. It's a spot foul, so you want the furthest in the backfield.
Right.
So the Savages will back it up 10 yards from the line of scrimmage, and we'll replay first down. So a big run by Snooty Neal is negated by the holding penalties. And the Savages now facing a 1st and 20. Just underway, second period, all tied at 7 in this big 4A4 contest. Neal's going to get a chance with 20. Oh, nope. Graydon's going to keep it. Cuts it back into the hole. 25-yard line. Tumbles to the 28 or 29-yard line. He'll get about 8 yards back on first down. They'll leave second and about 12 for the Savages.
And Graydon slammed his fist in the ground there. I think he was upset with himself. He thought he could have made a move and maybe juked that other tackler. Still a great run to get you, as you said, almost back inside the sticks. Just brings up 2nd and 11.
Salazar and Poto also going at it tonight. The Pirates lead the Black Diamonds early in that football game, 7-0. These two games will determine the top portion of the 4A4 bracket. Here comes the rush. Graydon still in trouble in the backfield. They can't get him to the ground, however. Rolling left. Now he'll fire the football across the middle. Pratt's got it. Has an open field in front of him. Midfield, 45. Tripped up at the 43-yard line. Cade Pratt comes back. Strong hands to get the football and take it away from the defensive back.
What a play by both Braden Howe and by Cade Pratt. Just amazing. Howe spun around in midair to get loose. Threw the ball between two defenders, and then one of them actually grabbed a hold of it. As you said, Pratt just pulled it away from him. Strength and poise showed by Broken Bow, and as a result, now they have the ball in the Cougars' end of the field.
1st and 10 for the Savages. 3 receiver set. Neal in the backfield. Looks like the Cougars are trying to bring the blitz. Graydon resets them. Hands it to Neal, running strong side. Tries to get the edge. Now he'll spin across the line of scrimmage up to the 40-yard line. A gain of about 3 on the carry. As Snoody went to the outside that time, really not a lot of room anywhere he looked, so he just got what he could. Nice finish to the play. 2nd down and 7 now.
You got to hand it to Braden Williams as he was out there blocking on the corner and got smashed into by his own back and another player.
Savages with 2nd and 7. Shotgun formation. Long time here as they take and reset Williams to the left side. Hard count, fake to Neal, rolling left now. Graydon wants to throw the football, has Williams open, falls backwards, makes the catch, but does not get quite to the line to gain. He's going to be short by about a yard. And the Savages will have a 3rd and short here.
Hey, I'll take that any day. The first thing you've got to do, we've seen a lot of drops this season. I mean, not an abnormal amount, but that's what you got to make sure you get the catch first. And Braden Williams did that. And so as a result, gives the Savages a chance to move the chains here on 3rd and very short.
3rd down and just a little more than a yard, actually, from where they've spotted here. They've got the ball spotted just across the 35-yard line. So officially the 34. Broken Bow's going to take a timeout and talk about this on this 3rd down. And, let's call it a yard and a half. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the offense.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Well, the Broken Bow Savages have used their first of their 3 allotted timeouts of this half with 9:10 left here in the second period. We are all tied at 7 between the Savages and the Ada Cougars. Looking at the scoreboard tonight, Glenpool and McLean playing each other in Glenpool. McLean, of course, our opponent here at Broken Bow next week. Right now, Glenpool leads 7-6. Peyton Werner has his team playing pretty well over the last couple of weeks. The offense is starting to generate some points, at least, for Glenpool. And then looking at the other game, Stillwell and Hilldale. Stillwell 16, Hilldale 8. They're up in Stillwell on that brand new stadium floor. And the Indians leading the Hornets right now. Here we go, 3rd down and about a yard and a half. Savages with a power set. Hand off to Neal, gets hit in the backfield. There's that linebacker. Kelton Stipe splits the gap, Chris, comes back and hits Neal in the backfield. Savages tried to overload, power set to the right side. Stipe was having none of that. He came from the backside and made a tackle for loss.
Yeah, great play by a great player. Brings up 4th down and decision time for Broken Bow, but I don't think it's much of a decision at this point.
No, 4th down and 2. They're going to send Patrick and Dejon Hall back in the game. They'll bring Snooty Neal out as he looks like he might be a bit winded here. They'll put Patrick in the backfield on 4th down and 2. Power set. Cade Pratt, Bladen Manock, H-backs to the left side of the offense. They're going to run power. Graydon's got the first down, pushing it still to the 31-yard line. A nice run on a 4th and short for the Broken Bow Savage quarterback. As this is a physical bunch, Chris. Both teams are playing super hard, hat on hat. And the Savages are pushing for power here to get the first down with 8:22 left first half.
Did you almost call me coach?
I did, actually.
That's never been a moniker, but I accept it. Yeah, I love the intensity with Broken Bow's playing with, though. They are really up for this game.
Our classroom has coaches on both sides of it, so I'm used to calling everybody coach at this point. Here we go. 1st and 10 for Broken Bow. Clock on the move, 8:10 left. And the Savages on the move as well in Cougar territory at the 30-yard line. High snap. Graydon pulls it down, but he's got pressure. Rolling to his right. Penalty marker comes in behind the play. I don't see any contact on anybody. I don't know who the referee's flagging there.
Listen, if he threw an illegal procedure or an illegal receiver downfield, the ball was never thrown, so they may pick that one up.
What is he called? Because there was no contact between a black shirt and a white shirt where that flag was thrown. I've got to see what this call is.
He's looking at Snooty Neal.
What do we got? Holding.
Okay.
I got to see that again. I'm not sure.
Convinced about.
I didn't see anybody in contact with one another. The penalty is going to come from the spot all the way back. 1st and 10 now. We'll go to 1st and 20 with 7:57 left. And the Savages now will dial something up outside the chains again. They've spent a big portion of this football game trying to find plays with long yardage. Hand off to Neal. Nowhere to go. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage or maybe even behind it. Short loss on the play, and the Savages now with 3rd down and long.
I think it's 2nd. They replayed that.
Oh, replay first. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And that handoff to Neal may be just to keep him honest, to keep him throwing it because we're behind the chains. And maybe Snooty breaks it and gets in open field, and he has done a great job of running in the open field tonight. But I think we probably will see a pass or something outside the tackles on this next.
Well, one thing you got to do is tip your hat to these defensive backs for the Ada Cougars. They are really locking things up.
Well, there's a reason they're 7-0.
Rolling now. This time Graydon wants to throw the football, looking for Hall. Well overthrown as he threw the ball to the goal line. Looked like Hall was drifting to the inside on almost a post route, and Graydon threw the fly down the left side, incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 7:13 left, and it'll be 3rd down and 10.
That ball was overthrown, but Hall had 3 steps on the cornerback. Or I don't know if it's a cornerback or a safety, but on the defensive back. I think that was cover 2, though.
But he was man up on him the whole time. Number 10 was. They swapped him with number 5 now out here, and it's going to still be cover 1. This time on A.J. Brannon. Savages in the shotgun on 3rd and 20. Graydon wants to throw the football, steps up into the pocket, fires it across in and out of the hands of Brannon. He hit him right in the chest.
Boy, that was a beautiful pass, and it was a low sidearm right across the line of scrimmage, and Brannon was headed toward that far pylon. Just couldn't bring the ball in, and now they're sending on
punt unit.
7:07
left, first half. The Savages will punt the football from the 40-yard line, it looks like. This is
they've got split.
They got 20 to go. He's going to kick it. And it's blocked. Wow.
That's 2.
Yeah. Twice that you've sent your punt unit on the field and it's backfired. And so we've got to rethink now what happens on 4th down. 7:03 left first half. The Cougars have blocked the punt. And they have the football, 45-yard line in Ada territory.
And now the Savages are going to have to watch about with that emotional swing of being inside the 35, and then all of a sudden they wind up not getting even close to scoring and then having the Cougars block the punt. I think Ada may go with that bubble screen that they scored on earlier and try to hit again. They are a big play team. I'd watch receivers downfield.
Yeah, this would be a point to try to get the emotion back in the football game if you're the Ada Cougars after a punt block. Handoff. Richardson reverses it to Gaddis, turns it up left side, and the Savages are able to trip him up at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward for about 3 yards, but it could have been a much bigger play than that. 2nd down, let's call it 6.
That was a great job by Cale Ginn of staying home, getting down, and then coming back at the ball carrier, taking his legs out from under him.
So they try the double reverse on first down. They do get positive yardage out of it. Gaddis will come to the slot. They'll set up trips to the wide side of the scrimmage. Boyles will now flip that back and bring him back in tight. Richardson in the pistol, takes the football behind the lead blocker, turns the left corner, 40-yard line, cuts it back at the 35, breaks a tackle there, another tackle at the 30, still running, 25, 23-yard line, and again, Chris, physical football as the Cougars running back doing most of that himself, breaking tackles, just spinning, weaving, finding his way for another Ada Cougar first down.
Richardson is a college prospect. You see two guys.
We got a penalty that's bringing this one back.
Well, I think number 11 on their team was holding right at the point of contact. What would have been the point of contact? I was going to say I think that's going to be holding against them. If it's a spot foul, it's not going to put them outside the – well, it will put them outside the change. I think it's from about the R47-yard line. Let's see.
Yeah.
Personal foul against
it's a personal foul.
No, that's 15.
Personal foul against Ada. As they set that play up, they had 11 in the H-back position, and then they just brought him across the line behind the lineman as the lead blocker. And Richardson powered his way downfield, but the penalty here will negate the run and will put the Cougars well behind the chains. We'll replay second down, but from 2nd and 6, it is all the way back to the 35-yard line. That's going to be 2nd and about 22.
So that makes – we've seen the two longest runs from scrimmage by either team negated by penalties so far in this first half.
2nd and 20, excuse me. 2nd down and 20. Pistol formation. Boyles wants to throw the football. Incomplete as it hit Gaddis. So on the last two possessions, both teams have had an opportunity to catch the football on a big play across the middle, and both teams have been unsuccessful in that way.
Maybe the same play. Very similar. Both coming outside and slanting in. Yeah.
And you never underestimate the slipperiness of a wet football. I mean, that's what you're seeing right now is probably not a coincidence. 6:10 left. Clock stops on the incompletion. Still in the first half. All tied at 7.
Line to gain is the Broken Bow 45-yard line for Ada.
3rd down and 20. They'll break out of the strong formation to a trip set right side of scrimmage. Boyles wants to throw, look in that direction. Now he'll throw across the middle on the post route. Gaddis goes up and gets it, and this time he pulls it down for a Cougar first down. Chris, he's just 6 inches taller than our strong safety. He just went up and got the football.
Yeah, and what I was going to say is you can give up 12.
Penalty in the back.
That's likely holding. That's likely holding.
There was a holding against the Cougars. So again, there's a reason that these quarterbacks are getting some time. You know, we saw Snooty Neal have a big run called back on a holding penalty. We saw Boyles that time stand in the pocket and look all the way downfield on a deep route with somebody was helping him a little.
Yeah. I handed it up. Boyles put it on the money and a great catch by Gaddis, but that should get Broken Bow's. Again, now you have a 3rd down replay.
Yeah.
The line to gain is the Broken Bow 45. If you can stop them at midfield, you can force them to punt, probably.
3rd down, and somebody needs to call an Uber. That's a long trip. 5:55 left, clock on the move. Boyles looking for the same, this time the fly route. Fields has locked him up on the sideline, and it's incomplete.
Beautiful coverage by Isaiah Fields. He saw the receiver's eyes look up, and remember what that pass ball, Oski? Once you see the receiver's eye look up, you turn and you find the ball. He did that, knocked it down. Incomplete.
Fields locked him up, cover one the whole way, took him up the sideline, and now it's 4th down and a long ways to go. Graydon Howell may get a chance for a return right here. Snap is a good one. Boyles gets it away. Porter had a chance there but didn't get a hand on it. The ball's going to roll, and Howell will pick it up at the 43-yard line. That was a bad decision as he goes down. A loss back to the 40. 5:38 left now. The clock stops.
There's a flag on the field right where the return was. So
there is a flag?
Yeah, that may be a block in the back or something on Broken. I don't know.
I don't see a flag anywhere.
Well, there's a piece. There is a piece of pink laundry, but I think it's a flag though. The officials are discussing something. Yeah, I think that is going to be a penalty against Broken Bow, pushing the back or something like that.
Ball will be placed at the 40-yard line.
Or maybe not.
I never did see a flag. 1st and 10, Broken Bow. Football at the 40-yard line. So the Savages are 60 yards away. They will get the football to open the second half. So keep this in mind. 5:38 left first half. 2 timeouts on the scoreboard. And the Savage offense on the field, 60 yards away. Graydon Howe and Snooty Neal. In fact, it's pretty much the same 11 we've seen all night, other than some alternates coming in on this at the H-back or that slot position. Graydon going to fire the football out. He's got Williams, and again, it's incomplete.
Boy, that was right in the breadbasket. Williams holding his head.
Savages are in their biggest football game of the season. You have got to make those kind of catches when it hits you in the breadbasket.
Yeah, and I like what Williams did on the other one. He caught it, made sure he pulled it in. He didn't get the first down, but he did make the catch.
And again, I mean, don't just think we got to think about the wet football.
Ball, yeah. And
I'm not trying to make excuses for our players, but I mean, the wet football makes a difference. Here's Graydon in the pistol. This is second down. Play action. Now steps up, still looking for the field. Crossing route. Caught it. That's flagged to the 30-yard line. And down he goes in Ada territory. Stop the clock and move the chains. Khalil Flagg with a post route and a Savage 1st and 10.
Beautiful route, nice catch and run afterward. And Graydon Howe, I'm impressed by the way he can throw the ball on the run. He was running toward the near sideline, and is there a flag back there?
No, we got an injured player.
Oh, okay. I saw your point, but that was just a great pass on the run by Graydon Howe. Catch and run gives the first down. There's an injury on the field.
Let's take a time out of our own. We'll be back with more Savage football right after this.
Nobody hands any jobs out in the NFL. You have to earn it. There was a small opportunity to make it. I just held to, I've got this one opportunity to try for this dream. And in my mind, it was nothing to lose and everything to gain. I was probably about a month and a half, 2 months away from totally hanging up, and went to the last camp and had some looks and had an opportunity to come work out in Kansas City, and the rest was history.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
And welcome back to Memorial Stadium. That's middle linebacker Kelton Stipe. He has a torn ligament in his knee, and so it's always a problem when you're playing with an injury, playing through pain like that. He's off under his own power, however. Savages with a 1st and 10 in Cougar territory, 30-yard line. Snooty Neal with the football, looking left side, powers his way to the 25, inside the 25, and the Cougars trying to take the football away from him. He does a good job wrapping it up. Gets it down to the 24, a great run on first down.
That was just downhill running by Neal and a power blocking by the Broken Bow offensive line. Again, Skip, there was no contact made until 3-4 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Once again, it's worth noting that the Savages have a chance with a 2-possession turnaround here. If they can take this down, run a lot of time off the clock, get the football back to open the second half, that's got to be the thought process going on with Maverick Lang right now. 4:42 left, clock on the move. Savages on the move as well. 24-yard line Cougar territory. Second down and 3. Hand off to Neal. Finds some room. 25 to the 20. Penalty marker comes in behind the play. Snooty's on his way to the end zone, but it's coming back.
Man.
As they found somebody holding on the edge out there, and it'll be a spot foul from about the 23-yard line. The Savages will be faced with replaying second down, the second and about 12 or 13 instead.
You see Snooty Neal dejectedly toss the ball back to the ref as he had about a 55-yard run called back, and now a touchdown run called back. Man, he is playing with emotion, though, as are the Savages. This is the most up I've seen them yet this season. They are on fire. They are excited about this football game.
Second down and 12. 4:28 left, first half. Savages with Brannon in the short split. They've got Hall and Flagg split wide right. That's Williams, the H-back. Neal in the backfield. Graydon Howe will flip his H-back to the left side of scrimmage. And he'll keep the football. Turns it up to the 30-yard line. And across the 30, they're still pushing him forward. They're going to give him this finish to the 27-yard line, maybe the 28. Looks like where the judge is at the 28-yard line. That's a nice gain. for the Savages. It's going to be third down, however, and from 2nd and 12, that's 3rd and about 7.
Yeah, but granted, this is 4th down territory, so they have 2 plays to get past the line to gain.
Clock continues to move, approaching the 4-minute mark left in the first half. Fake handoff. Graydon with some pressure, steps up into the pocket, scrambling to his right, wants to throw the football, throws it toward the corner, an open receiver, caught it in the corner.
What? Come on. Give him that
What's
catch.
the call?
Hall was the receiver, and that's got to be a catch. They're talking it over.
Nobody has signaled.
Touchdown.
Brokenbow. There you go.
He caught it because of the wet field. He caught it and then went down in bounds and then slid about 4 yards out of bounds. I'll bring up the name Keith Stansberry, the first thing that comes to mind.
What do we got going on down here? So now we got a conversation. A flag on the play.
It may be after during the deliberation, a dead ball foul against the Cougars.
I don't think so. I think it's a blocking foul.
Oh.
Here we go. See what the indication is.
That's the 2nd touchdown.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
That's a 2nd touchdown on this drive. In 2nd touchdown in 4 plays has been called back against Brokenbow.
So with that scramble and Graydon rolling out to his right that way, and someone was across the line of scrimmage, one of our interior linemen. Savages with a tight end to the right side this time. 3 receiver set. Neal in the backfield. Graydon dropping straight back. Now steps up into the pocket. Still has time. Fires the football, a crossing route. Caught to the 15. Inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. Stop the clock with 3:47 left first half. Move the chains. The Savages with a 1st and 10.
Well, they took a touchdown away from Flag, but he got a 1st down on that one. Another great pass by Graydon Howell on the run.
They'll send Isaiah Fields into the game quickly as he'll split wide to the right. Sky Baker will check in for Dejon Hall. A.J. Brannon in the game as well. They'll send Baker and Fields wide right. Williams, the H-back, in a tight look to the right side of scrimmage. Pistol formation with Graydon in front of Snooty Neal. Clock on the move, 3:35. Snap is mishandled. Graydon turning it up, 15, still running. Looked like a horse collar. Why are they not flagging a horse collar? Clock's going to continue to run with 3:28 left.
That's what Graydon's looking at the official going, he had a hold of the jersey from behind with his hand down.
No, he definitely had his hand inside the shoulder pads. That's a flag. It should have been. They're throwing the flag on everything else. They should throw it on that. 3:15 left. Clock moving. 2nd down, 7 to go. Savages have what they want right here. They've got still the clock on their side. They've got a great possession inside the chains on 2nd down. They're controlling the clock and the football, and this is what they want. But we would like to see these penalties go away.
Yeah, we'd like to get 6 points out of this. We've been in the end zone twice, but we are eating time off the clock for sure.
Now they'll send Pratt into the H right. He'll run power with Neal straight ahead to the 5. Having trouble getting him down. He gets inside the 5 to the 4. That's going to make a 1st and 10, or excuse me, a 1st and goal for the Savage offense.
Oh, come on. That's got to be a 1st down. Yeah.
It's a 1st and goal.
It is. 1st and goal. Come on.
Come on. What's the spot, guys? They're going to have to measure.
Yeah,
there you go.
There's
the call.
It's like it wasn't even close. He was a yard past the marker.
He fell on the extra point line, and the line to gain was at the 4.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's even questionable. Clock will wind with 2:35 left in the half. The Savages with 1st and goal would like to leave as little time for the Cougars to work with here at the end of the half as possible, but they also need to get in the end zone.
We'll take a touchdown on this play.
And here comes that middle linebacker. Kelton Stipe, who was down with an injury earlier in this possession, is back on the field in a big way. And the Savages on 1st and goal from the 4, back it up to the 10. A tackle for loss for the middle linebacker.
And the clock continues to run. Keep in mind, the Savages still have 2 timeouts, so we can milk the rest of this. But, again, you got to put points on the board. Tie ball game right now. And
well, you need a touchdown, so you still got to get in the end zone. Snooty in the backfield. Graydon with a hard count. They jump, but not offsides. Now they'll move back into the pistol. They'll keep Pratt in the H to the right side. High, hard snap. Snooty's trapped in the backfield, breaks a tackle to the 10, to the 8-yard line. as they had a shot at him, and that's a big boy. 32 for the Ada Cougars is a big fellow. It's about 6'5", 240 or so, one of their edge rushers. But he could not get Snooty to the ground.
Snooty is such a strong runner, and that actually was delayed in the backfield as the snap was a little high. Graydon had to jump and threw the timing off a bit, but Snooty's still able to muscle his way down inside the 10. Savages.
Why is the clock stopped? What's going on there?
They're talking about a penalty. Oh, a sideline warning this time, I think, on the Savages.
Half the distance penalty against the Cougars? What is this? Why is he?
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Cougars.
Okay.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Cougars. Should be half the distance, and it should be an automatic first down.
That's true. Automatic first down. You're right.
So if it's a 15-yard penalty in the red zone,
Walk-off will be half the distance to the goal.
It is not an automatic first down. They're going to replay third down?
Will be placed down at about the
I thought that's an automatic first down.
I don't understand why it wouldn't be. If it's a 15-yard penalty
and it's half the distance,
the distance, then it's got to be a first down. I don't understand how that works. Yeah, and
if there are very few unsportsmanlike conduct, face mask, there are very few 15-yard penalties. It is the most extreme, other than ejection for targeting.
It just really doesn't make any logical sense that if you get a penalty that would be a first down anywhere else on the field, it should also be one inside the 10-yard line. But
or else, why not just do it every time as a defensive unit? You know,
I need somebody to look that up and text it to me, because I can't believe that's not a first down. But apparently it's not. 1:23 left, clock on the move. The Savages now with 3rd and goal, and the football at the 7-yard line. Graydon scrambling left, has some pressure, turns it up at the 5, bulls his way to the 3, and now a penalty marker comes in behind the play. You cannot snap the football in this football game without there being a flag thrown.
Guys, I get it that it's pink out night, but that doesn't mean you have to throw the pink flag on the field as a part of the recognition.
So let's see what the call is here. That was 3rd and goal, and the Savages have moved the football to the, what is that, Chris, the 2-yard line?
Yeah, it's at the 2-yard line.
So it will be 4th and goal from the 2, but there's a penalty. Dead ball. Personal foul, face mask.
That's an automatic first down.
Well, let's see.
First down.
Okay. So how is that any different than the previous play, the previous penalty? Why wasn't?
Because the officials didn't call it.
Okay.
That's how.
I mean, I get the logic behind it this time.
Yeah.
So here we go.
It will be 3rd down for the Savages.
So there he goes, 3rd down. See?
What?
Yeah, we're going to replay 3rd down again from the 1-yard line. Keeper, Graydon gets to the end zone. That's a touchdown. 1:04 left in the first half. Graydon with the fake on the play action. He found the gap and got in the end zone.
3rd time's a charm for Broken Bow. That's the 3rd time they've been in this end zone on this series, and it counts this time.
And there ain't no flag.
Yeah, there you go. That was a very impressive drive. And overcoming those penalties and not getting frustrated shows the discipline and the stick-to-itiveness of this Broken Bow Savage team.
Hey, I don't know what the record is for penalties in the state of Oklahoma in one football season, but this year, every game I watch, even on videotape, I'm aging myself.
Videotape?
Yeah. One of them says no good, the other one says good. Now both of them say no good. It is no good. 13-7 is our score. 104 left here in the first half. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Well, we've been informed that it's not an automatic first down unless the penalty actually exceeds the line to gain, which it cannot do in a goal line situation. So I don't understand that logic, but if that's the rule, that's the rule. Here's our kickoff. Backpedaling to the 24-yard line, and down he goes as the Savages send somebody in with a headhunter mentality. Who's number 21, Chris?
Oh, man, that is once again Skylar Marshall. He is.
Yeah.
This whole kickoff team is full of guys like that.
Skylar Marshall with a big stop. The football at the 30-yard line. The Cougars have 101 to work with here in the first half. And the Savages need to be in a prevent because they would like nothing more than to stop the Cougar offense and to get the football back to begin the second half. They lead 13-7 with 101 left in the period. Let's take a look at the scoreboard quickly. Sallisaw and Poto still 7-0, the Pirates lead. Boyles throwing the football in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. It was intended for number 11 for the Cougars. That's Owen Wofford. In and out of his hands. We've seen a lot of balls tonight hit people in the hand or in the chest and be dropped. And that's the, I'm going to say, that's the wet football.
Yeah. Yeah, and that you might
These
see.
are two very good football teams. They shouldn't be this many drops.
Yeah, you should see. You may see them go to the ground. The Cougars have 3 timeouts left. They can afford to run a couple of plays.
They'll put Wofford in formation, and they'll hand it to Richardson. As he tries the left side, it's stacked up pretty tight. Nowhere to go. He'll go down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. The clock moves under 50 seconds left in the period.
Yeah, Richardson just went into a sea of black jerseys and went straight down. That's a good job of keeping those running lanes closed by Broken Bow's force unit.
Savages have made a change in the backfield as that looks like Graydon Howell standing back there.
Playing center field?
I think they've pulled a backer out, didn't they? And now they've got an extra DB in the football game. Because we have 2 cornerbacks, 11 and 5. We have 2 safeties, 22 and 7. We have 3 safeties with 12 playing free safety center field.
Let's call him a nickelback.
Yeah, that's exactly what he is. Pass, inside slant route, incomplete. 10 seconds left in the first half, and it's 4th and 10. I'm not sure they want to kick it to Graydon Howell with nothing left on the clock, do they? I mean,
I wouldn't think that they would.
I wouldn't think so either. You might just run around.
But Broken Bow has 2 timeouts left. The Savages can force them to. I mean, the ball's dead. It's not going to restart play on an incomplete pass. So they're going to have to do something. And they can't kneel it.
10.2 left. Here's a good snap. They get the kick away, and it's going to be a floater that'll bounce in Savage territory. So the clock didn't start. That's going to be a problem.
And you see the Ada coaching staff screaming at the referee about something over there, running down the sideline.
Well, the clock has to start when he snaps the football, so that's the part of the problem.
You see the referee going to discuss something with them.
Man, this has been an awkward game.
You know, I really liked it at Hilldale when they had the refs mic'd up, and you could they spoke with clarity.
I suspect that that's the end of the half. I mean, that's the only interpretation you can make there is that the clock didn't wind.
They keep the time on the field too. So isn't that one of the side judges' duties?
I mean,
or the back judge.
I'm not going to vouch for any of them.
Oh, it's a personal foul against Broken Bow.
Personal foul
against the Savages.
And
against who? The clock
on the return, because if it's on the return, it's not going to give Ada back the football.
Man, this is one of the tougher games I've had to try to broadcast.
Well, we have had so far.
Put 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds on the clock.
So we've had change it to 5 seconds, basically. Yeah. So we've had 23 minutes and 55 seconds worth of football played and about 30 minutes of discussion among the officiating.
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think I don't think you risk anything here, do you? You're going to get the football back. So
take a shot at the end zone, hope for an interference penalty or a catch.
Get another dead ball play, try to kick a field goal.
Or a roughing the passer penalty. Yeah, I mean, you've got Graydon Howell back there. You've got DeJohn Hall out on one side. I mean, you've got guys, the flag's already, showed he could get open in the end zone, come back and caught the ball. So
we shall see. 5 seconds remain here in the first half. 13-7, the Savages lead the Cougars.
And the way they're throwing penalties, you had about a 50-50 shot of having one on this play.
Graydon will reverse his field and throws it out. Incomplete.
And he gets tackled, but that's going to do it for the first half, I guess.
The clock will expire. I don't see any penalty markers on the field, so that's going to do it. 13-7, the Savages lead the Cougars as we go to intermission. This is a really, really important football game for both teams. Both teams playing physically tonight in this first half. So we have seen mistakes. We've seen some dropped passes. We've seen a lot of penalty flags. We've just seen a lot of kind of disorder through this game, Chris. The Savages are in good position. Lead by a touchdown. They get the football back to open the second half.
And they have such momentum. They're playing with such emotion tonight. They came out from the get-go, from the opening kickoff. You could tell they wanted it. They wanted the Ada Cougars here tonight to show them who's the better football team. Savages up on top right now. Well, the scoreboard
your
is
scoreboard
frozen.
Yeah, let's take our scoreboard off.
Yeah, so I was going, wait a minute, that doesn't look right.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the Savages, I love the way that they've played emotionally tonight. They have had some penalties. And you mentioned the drop balls, but, yeah, we don't know how wet and slick that field is, but we can tell if Graydon Howell's slipping down, if Snooty Nill's slipping down, it is definitely a slippery football field.
Let's take a commercial timeout. We'll be back with the dance team, I believe, and varsity cheer. Both going to perform tonight as well as the Savage Pride Band. Let's take well, here they go. Let's go ahead and stay here, Chris. Sorry. Here comes the dance team.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Savage Dance Team. Your Savage Dance Team, ladies and gentlemen.
Savage Dance Team, and we are going to see the Savage Marching Pride Band tonight. And we've got to give some kudos to the Savage Pride Marching Band for the 29th year in a row superior rating at competition, and the Flag Corps for the first time.
Absolutely.
That they've had the Flag Corps on there actually had a perfect score as well. So Savage Pride Marching Band continuing that great. I mean, think of it. It's hard to do anything perfectly for 29 years in a row.
I'm not sure the band's going to perform, Chris.
Because of the wet field.
I see their instruments over there in the bandstand. So I think they're on break. They're not going to perform. Let's talk for just a moment here before we go back to break. One thing that I want to clear up, I'm not questioning whether or not there was an automatic first down or not on those penalties. I'm questioning whether or not field position should make a difference. Because if you're in first and goal, if you're at the 5-yard line, and a 15-yard penalty would ordinarily put you past the line to gain, why would half the distance not be a first down?
Yeah, that does make sense. Or otherwise, again, you're getting a little bit of an incentive. Again, if the penalty gets called, but it doesn't always get called, you're giving a little bit of incentive for a goal line defense to just go ahead and commit the penalty, especially on real short situations.
That's what I'm saying. If you're first and goal at the 1 yard line, just cheat and catch them in the backfield, because the worst you're going to do is lose a half a yard and replay the down.
Yeah, I'm not sure that.
I don't know the answer, but it defies logic in that it wasn't an automatic first down. Not that it made a difference. We scored anyway. But 13-7 is our score. And, again, we've got 2 big football games going on in this district tonight. This one, of course, between Ada and Broken Bow. And then you've got the other one, Salisaw and Podo. So both of them are an unbeaten team against a one-loss team in district. And in both situations right now, there is a lead by the underdog, or the team with one loss has a lead over the unbeaten team in both of those 2 football games. So this could be a topsy-turvy night if things play out as they've kind of presented themselves early here.
And, of course, the Savages we want Podo to win that game. We want Podo to beat Salisaw because we have a loss against Salisaw, so that the first tiebreaker is head-to-head. We lose that one against Salisaw. They have a loss.
Salisaw and Ada still have to play each other in Week 10.
Right.
And we still have to play Podo in Week 10.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. That sets us up, but that sets a champion situation where we could be district champions. And if they have one loss and one of the other teams just has one loss, then
we could theoretically finish the night tonight with 4 teams tied with the identical district record. So I mean, it could. That's what when I say topsy turvy, that's what I mean. It could be, things could be questionable going into these last 2 weeks of the season. Still work to do, however, as the Savages still have 24 minutes of football left with these Ada Cougars. They have a 1-touchdown lead, 13-7, and they will get the football back to start the second half. We're going to take a halftime break here and take care of some personal business and be back with the kickoff and all the second half action in just a moment. You're watching Broken Bow Savage football on Broken Bow Savage's YouTube.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my moment. You better bet that I'm on it. Ready and set, I'ma own it. Blast it to 10, then keep going. There ain't no coasting, I never settled on play. Putting the kettle to flame. I go 100 all day. Foot on the pedal, no brakes. 10, 9, paid on my dues, waited in line. 8, 7, now it's about time that I take mine. 6, 5, king of the jungle, heart of a lion. 4, 3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time, I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time, ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my time. This is my shot clock goes tick-tock. Haters wish that I slip. No, I don't miss. MJ all hits. Watch me pop off, I'm the king now. Moonwalk to the ring now. Keep on wondering how. Let that choir sing now. 10, 9, paid on my dues, waited in line. 8, 7, now it's about time that I take mine. 6, 5, king of the jungle, heart of a lion. 4, 3, 2, 1, watch out, here I come. This is my time, I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time, ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my time. This is my time.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
And welcome back to Memorial Stadium. On this crisp, wet October evening, we've got a big football game. The Ada Cougars in town. The Savages leading 13-7 after the first half of play in a game that will mean a lot to the positioning in this district, Chris. And, of course, you have to finish in one of the top two positions in the district to get a home game. for the playoffs. You have to finish in one of the top 4 positions to just make the playoffs. And the Savages are hoping to clinch at least a playoff position with a win tonight. That would be a big step. But on the other side of the mountain in Poto, Oklahoma, the Pirates lead the Sallisaw Black Diamonds 21-0 in the third period in that football game, which would also make big changes at the top of this district.
Yeah, Broken Bow with a loss to Sal. Look how excited they are. They are emotionally ready for this football game. But the Savages, with that loss to Sallisaw, were not the masters of their own fate as far as the district championship concerned. But now, if Poto maintains that lead or at least wins, then that sets things differently. Savages get a win here tonight against Ada. They they could be playing for the district championship in Poto in 2 weeks. That's where you want to be.
Absolutely where we want to be. We are just about 30 seconds or so away here from the start of the second half. Savages still out in the middle of the field here, but they'll send the kickoff unit, the kick return unit out on the field here to get started. Ada's kick unit coming out. The Savages will defend the east end zone to begin this second half. They'll return the football and get the first offensive opportunity here in this third quarter, Chris, and we hope to see more of the same. The Savages able to have some success on the ground in that first half. Very important for them to establish at the line of scrimmage, and I thought one of the things that we did poorly against Sallisaw was work our way downfield with strong play up front. Tonight we're seeing that. The Savages are matching up really well against a very good Ada Cougar defensive line.
Very strong performance, and again, you hand it to both lines on both sides. They are getting their jobs done. One of the things Savage is going to have to watch here is under these conditions, I might squib kick this if I'm Ada.
Yeah.
You know? It's a wet ball. You've got guys that
well, and they've seen Broken Bow mishandle that.
Right, at Sallisaw specifically.
Here we are. They've got it teed up, 40-yard line. The Savages in return formation. Still waiting on the whistle from the referee to get things started. He's got everybody going, and there we go. Here comes the kick. A high kickoff. It's going out of bounds, well out of bounds, in fact, and the Savages will have the choice here, re-kick or take it at the 35-yard line. Maverick wants the football, he says. So he'll take it at the 35-yard line. The Savage offense will set up with their first possession of the second half. They have a 6-point lead over the third-ranked Ada Cougars.
You know, I got to think, and again, I'm like you. I'm getting used to Graydon Howell. He put on number 7 jersey to complete the game after it was torn. Now he's wearing 12. But I'm thinking if somebody did not know Broken Bow and just looked and said, man, they got 3 great quarterbacks. Number 4 is fantastic, and this other kid, number 7's good. Number 12's really good, too.
After the out-of-bounds call.
Wow.
So he marked the penalty off from the out of bounds. So those Savages take the 5 yards. That puts it at the 44-yard line. They start with the same 5 up front. McDaniel, Shomo, and we'll wait on the play. Here's handoff to Neal, trying the left side. It turns it outside, stiff arm. Has a linebacker on him, and now he's knocked out of bounds. For such a big boy, 32 really can move. Penalty marker comes in at the end of the play.
That could be a push after he went out of bounds. Let's see what the call is.
So Neal did not get back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, that was not a penalty flag. That was not a flag. That was someone's towel.
Okay.
A towel on the play, as Jerry said. So he got back to the line of scrimmage, knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It'll be second down and just a little less than 10 yards to go here. We're just underway here in the third period.
And that was just an effort by Neal to get out past. They had penetration on that play, and he managed to get to the corner.
McDaniel, Shomo, Freeman, Curry, and Hammonds, those are the 5 up front. 3 trip set to the right side. Neal's going to go that direction, turns it up midfield, turns it inside to the Cougar territory, 45, and he's corralled and brought down near the 41-yard line. Snooty Neal with a big run on first down all the way down into Cougar territory. Stop the clock with 11:44 left in the third period. Move the chains. Savages with a 1st and 10.
Beautifully designed play, well executed. I was looking through binoculars. I did not even see a white jersey until Snooty was well past the first down marker. That was some green to run into.
Savages stay with the same personnel. They'll put Sky Baker and Cade Pratt to the wide side along with A.J. Brandon. They have Kalel Flagg split to the right side of the offense. Dejon Hall is on the sideline without shoulder pads on. Or maybe he does have. I can't tell. Does he have shoulder pads on? He doesn't have his helmet. Here comes the handoff. Neal breaks through the line of scrimmage, outside 40 to the 35, 30-yard line, still running to the 25, and down he goes after another big run by Snooty Neal, another first down run for a first down.
Man, Savages look like they are taking over here in this early second half as it's been Snooty. And again, after beating a guy to the corner, not able to turn it, the last two runs have been momentous, moving the chains on both occasions.
We have an injury timeout as one of the Ada Cougars is down, and that does not look like Dejon Hall has shoulder pads. He does not. So Dejon Hall is not coming back into this football game for Broken Bow. Let's take a break. 11:15 left. We'll be back with the action in a moment.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today. Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
The Broken Bow Savage offense got something going at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 after two big runs by Snooty Neal. We have been notified that Dejon Hall will not participate in the second half, so the Savages will go with a different personnel package. Looks like Sky Baker replacing him in there right now. Three receivers in formation. Pratt's the H-back to the right side of scrimmage. Hard count. Now a quick snap. Neal trying to cut left, breaks through one set of tacklers to the 20, inside the 20, and down close to the 18-yard line. Chris, 3 snaps, 3 handoffs to Snooty Neal, 3 plays of genuinely good blocking, and Snooty doing the rest, moving the chains, moving downfield.
Again, just the strength. He pulled away from 2 would-be tacklers and just power football. I mean, that is a very simple play, just going between the tackle and guard, but slide hole there, and let's give him to the wrist.
Let's give him 6 on that one. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Clock moves under 10.5 left here in the third period. Oh, the snap is the early one, and Snooty's picked it up in the backfield. He's going to lose big yardage as McDaniel and Graydon had a miscommunication there as the ball was snapped. Graydon wasn't even looking at the football. So now we've got a 3rd down and long situation outside the chains. The first time we've seen the Savages in an obvious passing situation in quite some time.
And without Dejon Hall out there split out as the deep threat. I will say that Graydon has been doing a great job of throwing on the run, and he also has the ability to not throw and turn it up and try to get the first down with his legs.
4 receivers in formation, 3rd and 21. Straight drop back. Graydon steps up. Still looking downfield, wants to throw the football, has pressure. Now spin move, reverses his field. Now he'll take it off to the 25, to the 20-yard line.
Oh, he got the first down with the extension?
No, he's 10 yards short of the first down.
Oh, I mean, sorry, I was looking at the wrong line. That was the
he did put us in a 4th down inside the chains here, 4th and a little more manageable.
And it's 4th down territory.
For sure.
Yeah. Ball will be placed at about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I was looking at the first yard marker. I forget about that big loss, but he did a good job of just getting it, getting an extra yard with the extension of the football.
So they're getting pressure. The pocket is collapsing a bit on him, but they just can't grab him. And that's been the story of a lot of defenders. So there's no shame in not being able to tackle Graydon Howe. Clock moves under the 9-minute mark. 4th and 10. Graydon will step up, now wants to throw the football, crossing route, just a bit overthrown. Sky Baker on the drag route across the middle of the field, a little tiny post, and the ball falls incomplete. The Savages will turn it over with 8:51 left, 3rd period. 13-7 is our score.
Yeah, the play was there. That was a good call. He was open. The ball was almost there. It was a little high. He only got one hand on it, and with a wet football, it's hard to catch it with 2 hands. And so Savages are going to turn over. Otherwise, a huge mistake on the snap, but Savages did drive it downfield until they put themselves in a tough situation. Now it's up to the Broken Bow defense to get another 3 and out and get the ball back.
1st and 10, Cougars, 25-yard line in Cougar territory. Pistol formation, 3 receiver set. Savages look like they're bringing a blitz. Here's motion. Hand off to Richardson. Tries the left side. Has some room to the 40, to the 45, to midfield and knocked out of bounds just across midfield in Savage territory. Just a zone read that time, and Richardson took it to the outside. Karan Richardson able to get a big run into Savage territory. Nope, they're going to mark it right at midfield. 1st and 10 Cougars.
And if you can get Karan Richardson, if Savages get a hold of him in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage, they can bring him down. But once he gets that head of steam, he's a big, strong, powerful running back with speed. It's hard to bring down in the open field.
So the Savages with a little mental mistake of a bad snap, early snap. Here's Richardson again, turning to his left. He'll get a yard, maybe 2. He's brought down Bentley Brown, had him around the waist.
And that's the way you got to tackle that guy. Good job by Bentley Brown to wrap him up and hold on.
2nd down and 8 after a gain of 2. I was in the middle of saying there the Savages with a bad snap, an early snap that put them in a long down and distance situation. And now the Cougars have turned that around and are moving downfield into Savage territory. Brock Boyles is the quarterback. He's gone the entire distance for the Cougars so far. Has 3 receivers in formation. Here's the handoff. Richardson, same play, zone read, left side, 1st down yardage, strong running. The Savages get him down, but he gets the 1st and 10 with 7:55 left in the 3rd period. The Cougars have moved the chains.
And they are doing, again, I'll have to watch again. It looked like they have a double team on Cade Pratt. And I would too if I'm facing Brokobo's defense, preventing him from getting through there, making that tackle. Usually he can get outside and hit those off-tackle plays.
Balanced look this time. They'll put Wofford to the right side now and set up a trips situation. He'll stop at the H, fake handoff, and knock down at the line of scrimmage. Cale Ginn got a hand on it and knocked it down.
That's a fantastic play. I think such a huge difference with that short passing game when your linemen know to get their hands up and swing at the ball. And Cale Ginn getting, what would you call that, a tip foul on that?
Yeah,
foul tip?
batted pass, yeah. 2nd down and 10. Clock stops on the incompletion. Now they'll send motion and set up with a twin set right side. Richardson zone left side. Turns it upfield. Savages have him, and they'll get him down. Cade Pratt has him by around the waist again. Chris, you're right. That's the way to get him down, is to get around him and ride him to the ground.
And prevent him from using that strength and build up speed and using his size and wait for help to come with backside pursuit. Pratt did a good job of getting in to the scrape position, making contact at the line of scrimmage. And again, this is Cade Pratt.
Yeah.
Contact was made at the line of scrimmage, and it's still a 3-yard gain. Shows you how strong a runner Richardson is.
Yeah, again, I'm going to call it 2, and they've given up 2 yards on each of those runs. You can give up 2 yards and not give up a 1st down. So good job by the Savages. Once again, Wofford to the right side of the offense for a triple set. Boyles wants to go the other direction, fires it out. It's caught, 1st down yardage as Fields knocks him out of bounds right at the chains. I believe he was a step further downfield. That's very close here. Let's see.
That was another good reaction by the linebacking corps. I couldn't tell. It was either Meddock or Brown that almost batted that pass down.
The Cougars make the completion, and the ball is on the chains here, so they should be able to see whether or not this is a 1st down. I don't think it is.
If not, it's 4th down.
It is going to be 4th down because otherwise they would have already indicated.
They're going to measure, and
he measured it and it's short, so I would think they're bringing the chains out maybe to set the ball here, but I've seen them do that before. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. So they're just going to bring the chains out, stretch them out so they can set the ball the same distance they had it on the sideline, which is, wow, not much, right?
That is the
you might be able to get 2 credit cards in there. That is not far to go. 4th and inches.
And again, usually you might expect a quarterback sneak. I think you're going to get a heavy dose of Richardson on this between the tackles.
Karan Richardson has done all the damage so far for the Cougars. Outside of a couple of big pass plays, they have had some real success with Richardson in the backfield.
Jimmy Brown.
It looks like they're going wildcat. Oh, no, they're going under center here. They're going to toss it. Richardson left side. has the first down, and he's down at the 25-yard line. Stop the clock with 6:41 left, third period, move the chains. The Cougars are still on the move in Savage territory at the 25.
Yeah, both teams have adjusted to this wet field. As you saw the Savages throw the ball once or twice, and you saw two passes so far by Ada. One of them batted down, one of them complete for that first down, but both of them sticking to the ground, and it's working for both offenses thus far.
They're going in that same formation here, Chris, under center. Student body left. They'll hand it to Richardson. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped for no gain.
Bentley Brown he had a blocker on top of him, still went through the block, made contact with the ball carrier and took him down. Great job by the linebacker on the outside.
Cougars change the personnel, bring the big boys out, put the scat kids back on the field here, the fast ones. 5 and 4 now in the game.
What they used to call a scat back.
Right.
Which meant a skinny.
Which scat has another meaning. That's
the
reason I thought about my word choice.
When you said scat,
yeah.
I was thinking, okay.
Yeah, and there's more than one. I mean, they could be like
jazz
singers. Yeah. Here's Richardson trying the right side. Savages pin him up, and he makes a great cutback across the 20 and down at about the 18-yard line. Richardson he sees the field so well, Chris. He saw the Savages had him corralled on the outside. He cut it right back up and got positive yardage. 3rd down and 3 for the Cougars.
Yeah, Neal and Richardson, again, very similar backs, very similar running styles, very similar physiques, and very similar results tonight. Both of them running the ball powerfully, making yardage after contact.
So they send Kilgore and Matthews, the big boys, back in the game here. They'll go back into that power set with Boyles under center and a wishbone in the back.
Oh, wow.
Now they'll break out, power set, everybody on the right side. Boyles under center. They'll toss it, come in that direction. That's a hold. How is that not a flag? Here we go outside. The Cougars will move the chains. And, there was a pretty obvious hold on the edge there that time.
When you see jerseys or a handful of, if you see the shoulder pads of a defensive player because the jersey's being stretched.
You see a guy moving backwards and the blocker is behind him.
Yeah.
You know something fishy's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
first and 10 for the Cougars at the 12-yard line. They'll go in the pistol set this time with 3 receivers in formation. Handoff, Richardson tries the lead play, left side. Still don't have him on the ground. Bentley had him around the waist, and he stumbles forward to the 10-yard line. Let's give him a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Another good job by Brown, though, to wrap up, slow him down, don't let him get up to speed, and then hope for help. And that time help was, a 2-yard gain with a guy that good is pretty substantial. For the defense, that is.
Bentley Brown and Cale Guillen in the game on the edge. Jimmy Brown and Jackson Porter the tackles. Bladen Meddock, Cade Pratt, Braden Williams in the game at linebacker. Trip set, wide side. Now they'll take Wofford and flip him to the right side of scrimmage.
Wofford saying something to Boyles as he jogs past.
Here's Richardson, left side, caught in the backfield, and down he goes. Nice play defensively by Cade Pratt. Didn't see who it was. It was
Williams.
Williams stepped up to turn the play in. Cade Pratt put the finish on.
Williams did a textbook job from his position. He stepped across the line, broke down where he couldn't cut outside him, and forced him back in. As soon as he tried to pivot back in, he had a jersey full and face full of Cade Pratt taking him down. Great job by defensive. That's actually a tackle for loss.
Yeah, it was a loss of a yard on the play. 3rd down and 9 coming up. Clock on the move. 3:40 left here in the 3rd period. Savages still with that 1 touchdown advantage.
Watch the fade route.
Boyles with Richardson behind him in the pistol. 2 H-backs in the formation. Fake, throwing the pass across the middle, and it's an easy pitch and catch. Right over the hands of the defensive back is Richardson, the other Richardson that is. Lakavian Richardson takes the catch and goes into the end zone. He has both of their touchdowns tonight, and they are an extra point away from taking the lead in this football game.
That wasn't bad coverage by Fields either. He was kind of step for step, had a little bit of separation, and it's hard when you don't have that much room because as soon as the pass is thrown, you have about a half a second to adjust, but a perfect pass results in a touchdown. This is a big extra point.
This is a big extra point. Can take the first lead of the football game with 3:27 left, 3rd period, and they do. It's good. 13-14 now. The Ada Cougars with the lead over Broken Bow. Let's take a quick commercial timeout. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this.
Nobody hands any jobs out in the NFL. You have to earn it. There was a small opportunity to make it. I just held to, I've got this one opportunity to try for this dream. And in my mind, it was nothing to lose and everything to gain. I was probably about a month and a half, 2 months away from totally hanging up, and went to the last camp and had some looks and had an opportunity to come work out in Kansas City, and the rest was history.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
Toto 21.
And we are back. Ada Cougars really put a good possession together that time, as the Savages had a miscue on their opening possession, had the ball deep in Ada Cougar territory, inside the chains, in fact, and then had a miscue with a snap exchange. And the Savages wound up turning the football over. The Cougars take it and drive it all the way down the field to take the first lead of the football game. 14-13, they lead now with 3:27 left, third period, and they will kick it off to the Savages.
Savages again. I said this last, but I kind of expect them to squib kick it.
Sallisaw has scored up in Poto. It's 21-7 now.
Nice fair catch.
Yeah, I think that Dejan on that kickoff return may have been. On that kickoff return earlier, that may have been when Dejan was injured.
Yeah, that was, again, that was Sky Baker on the fair catch, and a smart play. He's a leader on that football team and a smart player as well. Made a sure catch. No need to try to return it. You're at the 35-yard line. So, and again, this offense can score from anywhere. They've driven the length of the field in this game already.
Savages stick with the same five up front on offense. Receivers, four of them in formation. Neal and Howell in the backfield. Here comes the blitz. Graydon wants to throw the football. Braden Williams has the catch at the 40-yard line. Quick little inside route, just kind of a slant route that time, or a quick post. Williams gets 5 on it.
Beautiful concentration and toughness by Williams to hold on the ball. Had his midsection ripped in half by the defender, but he held on the football and got the Savages good yardage on first down.
Savages will go with trips to the wide side of scrimmage. The football actually is kind of right in the middle of the field, so they just call it the right side of the offense here with trips set. Brannon alone on the left side. Graydon with the football, handoff to Neal. Cuts it up to 40, turns to the 45, goes down across the 45-yard line, good enough for first down yardage. At the 46-yard line, as Snooty Neal with 2:42 left, third period, he gets the Savages another 1st and 10.
And what a cut by Snooty Neal as he sort of paused and then cut it straight up field and eluded one defender, able to accelerate. That's a nice first down, moves the chains, and they're almost at midfield.
I think this official, I think the side judge official is a female.
She is.
Yeah, that's the first time I noticed it. Here's Graydon looking for the pass down the field. A.J. Brannon on the move, and the pass is thrown out of bounds as Brannon was double covered, so it was probably just as well that it was 5 yards out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 2:25 left, third period. Savages with a 2nd and 10.
And it's been a heavy dose of Snooty Neal so far in this second half, actually so far in this game, so that may be let's keep you honest in the secondary and not cheat up. You can get burnt deep, so that might have been to loosen up that tight coverage. Of course, hey, look how far back the defensive backs are compared to Broken Bow's defensive backs.
They take A.J. Brannon out of the game, and they've got Javion Heath split left this time. H-back is Williams. They'll flip him to the right side of scrimmage. Graydon, high snap. He takes the keeper, turns it upfield, and he's corralled and brought down at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be a 3rd and 10 as the Cougars did a good job of containing that time. And again, those big boys on the line doing their job, standing up the offensive lineman and then getting hands on the ball carrier.
Yeah, not a lot of gap for Graydon to run through. And we've seen him squeeze through places like that. It's just on the wet field he has to, and he has adjusted. He's not making those miraculous cuts he usually does, because when he tried in the first half, he would slip down. So that does affect his play.
Clock on the move, 1:50 left, third period. Howell wants to throw, steps up in the pocket, has a lot of time. Now he's got a receiver coming across. It's flagged. Ball's overthrown, and it'll stop the clock. With 1:42 left, and the Savages will send the punt unit on. So far tonight, this has not been their best play of the football game. They have had a bad snap on one. They've had a blocked punt on another. Let's see if we can get something clean here to change this field position put the Cougars back on their end of the field. Here's the punt. End over end. Will bounce and roll in a Savage direction. Picked up at the 15-yard line, brought down at the 19. And that's where the Cougars will take over. Number 16 for Broken Bow on the tackle.
Jeremiah Scales, that was a good job of grabbing him by the legs, pulling him down. And so that was about a 2-yard return. And had he not made that tackle, could have turned into something better. But now it's really up to Savage defense. There's a 1-point lead at this. Again, still third quarter, but a little bit of momentum has shifted. A little bit with Ada now. They stopped Broken Bow, or stopped themselves on the first drive, but they stopped Broken Bow after giving up one first down, 3 and out on that second series. And so Savage defense needs to answer and get the ball back for Broken Bow to score.
Karan Richardson doing a good job tonight on the ground. Snooty Neal and Karan Richardson kind of exchanging carrying their offenses tonight. Savages need a stop here on this possession. 1:34 left, third period. Boyles on the throwback. Once again, Ginn gets a hand on it.
Wow, great job by Ginn. Also, Patrick read that too. As soon as he saw the bubble screen, he ran on a direct beeline for the intended receiver. But that makes such a huge difference. That's a second block by Cale Ginn. I mean, that's more than anybody in the secondary. I think Fields had one block, pass knocked down in the first half. But when your defensive end is knocking down balls, then you're playing good defense.
He was backpedaling, saw the passing lane, and just got his hands up. Good job, Cale. Wofford will flip to the left side. Boyles with the football, hands it to Richardson, hit at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for a yard, maybe 2, maybe 3, in fact.
There's going to be a rather late block.
We're going to give him a gain of about 3 on the carry. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, Jimmy Brown got in there under his legs and just kind of submarined him and held on once he got a hold of him. I thought that was a late block on Baker, but I think they just went over a pile, tripped over another teammate that had fallen down.
Cougars have had some success underneath tonight on those crossing routes in this down and distance situation. Savage linebackers should be on the alert right here. You've got to stop Richardson, but at the same time, you can't give up that little underneath dump pass for a first down.
And be ready for the tip drill if the ball gets tipped again.
3rd down and 7. Savages flip their defense to the strong side. Boyles wants to throw the football, crossing route, and the Savages are there. Cale Ginn, the defensive end, dropped all the way back into coverage, and Cole Patrick had the man coverage. A good stop by the Savages. They forced another turnover.
That was a great cut by Patrick, and it'd be. I mean, I think the team gives these awards, but wouldn't it be a little disorienting if the defensive back of the week was Cale Ginn, a down lineman. Great defensive play. That's exactly what Broken Bow needed. They're going to get the ball back in good field position.
Savages have forced the change of possession here as the punter's on. Boyle's kick is a low one, bouncing one time, still in Savage territory, still in Cougar territory, that is, and downed at the 47-yard line. So the Savages, with 30.8 seconds to work with, third period, will have the offense on the field when we resume.
Life insurance that meets your needs now for when they need it most. With help from your State Farm agent.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a quote today.
So the Savages force the 3 and out and the change of possession. The punt favorable to the Savages here as it did not cross midfield. And the offense gets on the field with 47 yards to go here from pay dirt. They trail by 1 point. The offense with the football. Graydon in the pistol. Braden Williams, the H-back, left side. 3 receiver formation. Neal, deep handoff. He's caught in the backfield. Now he'll change directions to midfield to the 45-yard line. Pushes the pile. Still pushing things to the 40, to the 38-yard line. How about that run by Snooty Neal and some help from his friends?
That's a huge momentum changer. What looked like a 2-yard loss was turned into a huge gain by Broken Bow. And how about them pushing him downfield? Neal, that looked like almost like the Marines raising the flag over Iwo Jima. He had a bunch of guys pushing together in the same direction.
Yeah, that's great symbology. That's going to do it. Third period is in the books. The Cougars get a touchdown and an extra point, and they wind up taking the first lead of the football game, 14-13, as we go to break. We've got 12 minutes of football left. The winner of this one in a really good position in District 4A4. We'll be back right after this.
Being from a family of faith, I think that gave me the encouragement to chase those dreams. It's not just football, right? It's so much bigger than that. Just trying to lead by example and be a good steward of what God has given me.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
Call Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm agent in Broken Bow today.
Well, we've got a good football game going on. 12 minutes left as we enter the fourth period. The Savages have the football, second down, just a little more than a yard to go. They are in Cougar territory at the 38-yard line, and they trail by a point.
And you could see the intensity on the coaches and players' faces there. Again, I love the way, the emotion they're playing with. Again, they've made some mistakes on the football field, but one of them is not lack of intensity.
Well, they are without one of their best players in Dejan Hall, their top receiver, who went down with an injury in the first half. We have not seen him at all in this half. Savages will go trip set into the narrow boundary up along Ada sideline. Hand off to Neal. He's got first down yardage, 35, 30. Cuts outside and falls at the 29-yard line. They just got him by the shoestring there, but Snooty with another first down for the Broken Bow Savages.
Yeah, I think number 27, whose shoulder pad's hanging out of his jersey now after contact with Neal, went and put a shoulder into his ankle. Otherwise, Snooty might have turned that into more. But, hey, that's another first down for Snooty Neal.
Great blocking up front by the 5 offensive linemen for the Broken Bow Savages, and Snooty able to get the chains to move here inside Cougar territory, 29-yard line, 1st and 10. Pistol formation, trip set to the wide side. Flag is the split receiver to the right side. Graydon looks to the sideline now. Hard snap. He'll keep the ball behind Snooty. Gets hit in the backfield, changes direction, and they'll corral him and get him down for a loss. Not sure if that was a zone read. If so, I'm not sure that's the play they wanted. Otherwise, you would just hand it to the back, go through the same hole, right?
Yeah, I don't think there was much of a hole there, and I think Graydon said, well, that's not going to work. Once he kept the ball himself, tried to step outside, a good job of sealing off the edge by Ada. He had to cut it back in, and there's just nothing there. That was just a good play by the Cougar defense. Savage is going to have to
make no mistake about it, this is a very well-coached football team. Both of them are well-coached.
Now, Ada's undefeated, ranked 3rd in the state.
Rolling left this time. Graydon wants to throw back, and that ball is well short of the intended receiver. They were trying to set up the screen. The Cougars had it sniffed out.
Yeah.
They had pressure on the backside from the defensive end, and they had everybody else in coverage out here on that screen pass.
They've seen that work. I mean, they've seen Snooty Neal turn that into a 91-yard touchdown on video, and they're not going to try not to let it happen against them. So Savage is now facing 3rd and 11 outside the chains.
Yeah, they're outside the chains here, 3rd and 11. Graydon backpedals, steps up into the pocket, throws the ball across, flashing open to Snooty Neal. 15 to the 10 to the 5, 1 to beat. Touchdown, Broken Bow.
3rd and 11 from outside. How many times have we seen a 3rd down from outside the chains? The Savages have turned it into a touchdown. No flags on the field. Broken Bow retakes the lead.
So they went back to the same ideal, Chris, with the back out of the backfield, but instead of setting up the screen with the blockers, they just made a little delay off of play action, and then he came out of the backfield on that wheel route and did the rest on his own.
And it was beautifully executed. Graydon had to elude a couple of sacks. He had to step up into the pocket, throw on the run.
Savages are going to go for 2 here as we've got a 5-point difference in the game right now, 19-14 with 10:37 left in the ball game. The Savages will keep the offense on. They're flashing the signals right now in. The Graydon Howell in the shotgun with Snooty on his right hip. 2 receivers. Graydon will roll. This is an organized keeper here, and he's got it. A 2-point conversion is in, and the Savages are 21-14 over the Ada Cougars.
Huge play. You see the emotion on Howell's face. He was just following student body left. A great, by the way, Zach West running the camera tonight. Great job staying on that play. And, Savages back up by a 7-point lead.
21-14. Broken Bow leads Ada. Got a 21-13 score the last time I heard a score at Poto and Sallisaw. So we've got both of the top ranked teams in the district are in a very, very similar ball games with the home team underdog in the lead in the 4th quarter. The Savages to kick it away here to Ada with a 1-touchdown lead now, 21-14. 10:37 left on the clock.
By the way, that's the 8th game this season. Every game, Howell has had a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown in.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's quite a statistic.
That's what you call a dual threat. Actually, a triple threat. He's also a return man.
He has 2 touchdowns on return, yeah. And another 2 more called back. Yeah.
And maybe a triple threat because he can sing, plays the drums.
Okay.
I mean, the guy does a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
What an amazing student athlete that young man is. And he's put his team up by 7 against the undefeated number 3 team in the state.
Gadiel Zaragoza is just a freshman. But, boy, has he been a great addition to this football team this year. Kickoffs have been outstanding. His extra point kicking has been outstanding as well. Haven't seen him attempt a field goal that I remember, and here we go. The kick is a high one. Will be fielded on the move at the 28-yard line. Hit and not brought down once again, still spinning. Hard running by the return man as the Savages putting shoulders on him, but nobody wrapping him up and getting him to the ground. He'll set him up at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10, the Cougar offense back on the field.
Yeah, that was good at the end of that play, actually finally get him down. I believe that was Brown, that was Stouter Brown, but saw him colliding, spinning around, but the Savages just kept coming. The entire kickoff team was there under coverage, and still he just got the ball back to the 35-yard line.
Savages with the same defenders on the field as left the field the last possession, save for Brian Clay at the outside backer. Here's Richardson trying the right side, gets hit. Pratt has him again by the waist, and now they'll get him down. Richardson able to drive forward for a yard, maybe 2. A 2nd down and 8, let's say.
Bentley Brown is having the game of his season tonight. He turned that back. He was in the backfield, 3 yards in the backfield there, cut off the edge, and forced the Richardson to cut it back inside.
Richardson's such a strong runner. He's able, much of what we saw with Neal pushing the pile, getting big yardage, same thing there. That, by all stretches of the imagination, should have been a tackle for loss or no gain. He gets 3 out of it, we'll say. 2nd and 7. Pistol set. This time no play action, just a straight drop back. Fires the football out, caught, and breaks a tackle. Now Pratt's the only man that can save it, but he does as he gets him down. But a big gain on that pass and catch into Savage territory at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 Cougars.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate after a good play, 2 good plays by the Savages. But again, on the tackle, even though it was downfield, it's going to be Cade Pratt. And as he took him down, he grabbed him around the waist one hand. The other hand was trying to swipe the ball. Very advanced for the junior linebacker.
Graydon Howell checks into the football game at cornerback. Javion Heath comes out. So they've got Graydon man up on this side of the scrimmage. Here's a bad snap, play action, rolling left, wants to throw the football, and the Savages have that sniffed out. Here's Wofford with the catch. He's still in bounds, and now he'll be knocked out of bounds. Where'd he go out at?
I think it was about at the 32-
yard line. That's going to be enough for the 1st and 10. Whistle will stop play here as the referee has something to say to the Savage coaches. Oh, it's Coach Sundberg that he wants to talk to, it looks like. 9:15 left on the game clock. And the referee is going to talk to our head coach and athletic director about something.
They're pointing to the play clock at the other end. Or he pointed out at the opposing locker room, basically. Oh, I think it's the day glow. The band has on a day glow stick out there, and I think that may be distracting. You can't use that.
A day glow? I don't see it. Where? Oh, that's their band, though.
That's their band. Okay.
That's not our band.
Oh, well, yeah, they have some of those glow-in-the-dark sticks, and that may be something that, I don't know, or it could be some lighting. I'm not sure what the issue is.
So let's reset things. I think I said that was a 1st down for the Cougars. It is not. They are less than a yard short of the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, less than a yard. Nope. No, it was a 1st down. Okay. So now they're moving it. So I'm not sure what the long discussion is about. It's not fair to keep secrets.
Well, I think that they will reveal it to the general public in about 30 seconds.
I wouldn't count on it. So that is a 1st and 10. Football is spotted at the 32-yard line officially, as it is across the 33. So the Cougars with an excellent situation here. 9:15 left to work with on the game clock. They are down by a touchdown. Hard snap count. Boyles hands it to Richardson. hit in the backfield, wrapped up and brought down. That's Jimmy Brown on the bottom of the pile as he drives Richardson backwards.
Along with Jackson Porter. Great job by the interior lineman that time.
No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10. Clock on the move, under 9 minutes left.
You know, we're getting about, a third of the way through the fourth quarter here, Skip. And we talked about how, again, no shot at Ada, but Savages have always considered themselves superior at conditioning, and we see the defensive linemen starting to break through now, the interior linemen for Broken Bow.
Here's the set, 2nd down and a long 9 yards, we'll say. Boyles wants to throw the football, double move, fires it downfield, step for step with Isaiah Fields in coverage, and that's incomplete. 8:29 left, clock stops, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, it's 3rd and long, and the line to gain is the Broken Bow 23-yard line. But I'd expect basically Ada has 2 plays to make that. They are definitely in 4-down territory.
Once again, I mean, you got to credit the Ada offensive line of giving Boyles time to stand back there in the pocket and make that double move. It takes a while to execute that. 3rd down and 9. And the reset to play clock.
Yeah, play
here.
clock's it.
There we go, 25 on the play clock now. And now we're fair. Boyles in the pistol. Fakes to Richardson, rolling right, pressure, fires the football down, short hops it to his intended receiver, and it's 4th down and 9.
Well defended, and Copatrick, that was a curl route. Copatrick read it, was set down, and so maybe fortunate for Ada that pass wasn't thrown to receiver. It might have been picked off had it been. That may have been, Boyles is such a good quarterback. When he started to throw it in the motion, sometimes you pull it and throw it into the ground to avoid an interception. I think that may be what happened on that play.
Play clock with 20 seconds left, 8:25 on the game clock, and it's stopped on the incompletion. And the Cougars with a big play here. 4th down and 9 to go. Savage defenders on the field. Are they in the nickel set here? Or nope, they've got 3 backers. They brought Brannon in. And the Cougars, that's what I thought. The Cougars are going to take a timeout, and I don't blame them. This is such a big play. They want to talk things over. Let's take a short timeout. We'll be back with the play in just a moment. This is Savage football. And we are back in Memorial Stadium in what is shaping up to be a classic between the Ada Cougars and the Broken Bow Savages. Savages with a 21-14 lead, 8:25 left in the ball game, and a 4th down and 9 for the Cougars. They are in Savage territory at the 32-yard line.
This really is a heavyweight slugfest. It has been that kind of physical football game all night. Big running from both teams. Some play. They did score. Ada did score on a big play, but Savages, as you said, need a big stop here.
Richardson with a couple of touchdowns for them. He is split left, actually in the slot left here. Now he'll go in motion from left to right. Boyles in the pistol. Long snap count. Drop back. He's looking for 8. Firing the football across the middle of the field, and he can't catch up to it. That's going to turn it over on downs as the Savages have made the stop. With 8:19 left in the ball game, the Savage offense coming back on the field.
Huge. Isaiah Fields running except for step. There was some separation, but that was a post route, and so Fields cut back in going on the same angle. From our angle, there's separation, but from the quarterback's angle, he was right in front of him.
Turn it over at the 32-yard line in Savage territory. The Savage offense coming back on the field. They've got 8:19 to work with, a 7-point lead and 3 timeouts.
And the Cougars only have 2 timeouts.
What a football game. Josh McDaniel, Hunter Shomo, Sonny Freeman, Lucas Curry, and Aiden Hammonds across the front. Braden Williams is the H-back. Kalel Flagg split wide right. A.J. Brannon is split left. Here's Snooty Neal with the handoff, trying to get outside, and he's going to get 2, maybe 3.
Maybe 4.
I don't think he got to the line there.
I think he did. I think that's where he went out. Is that the line?
She spotted him right at the line. That'd be a gain of almost 4. We'll give him 3. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and he did it again. There was nothing there was no place to cut it up. So Snooty, smart run, ran toward the boundary and then lowered his shoulders and went forward at the boundary to get that extra 2 yards.
Isaiah Fields in the slot to the left side of offense this time. Savages with 3 receivers in formation. Williams, the H-back, left side. Pistol with Neal. Graydon with the football. Handoff. Neal's hit immediately as a backer. Number 15 coming through the gap that time, Chris, and he was there when the exchange happened.
Well, they read the play because they had another backer on the outside cheating up. They were waiting for that. As soon as they read run from the offensive line of Broken they sent everybody. They sent the house, and it worked for them on that play.
We have a loss back to the original line of scrimmage there, a tackle for loss, and now it's 3rd and 10. Savages at the 32-yard line. Graydon gets the snap.
That's offside.
That's got to be 5 the easy way that time.
And caught him. You know what? That is, I don't know if that was the coaching staff or Graydon Howell that makes that decision, but he saw the way that they were cheating on the blitz on that last play and said, hey, let's go hard count this time. Maybe we can get 5 the easy way, and they did. That makes it a much more manageable 3rd down.
Number 32, Gus Matthews, who has been a disruptor tonight at that defensive end position, and he is a big boy. He is about 6'5", and has enough body to just disrupt things back there. But they got him to jump that time, and he gave us 5. Here's a 3rd down and 5. Graydon's going to keep the football. Snooty's blocking. 1st down yardage. Graydon still on his feet. Slips to the 45. Midfield. He's off to the races. To the 30. To the 20. Graydon with another Savage touchdown.
What a run. He lowered his shoulder and literally just ran over a would-be tackler. That is 63 yards from the spectacular junior quarterback.
What a run by Graydon Howell with 6:23 left here in the football game. The Savages 27, the Cougars 14, the extra point on the way.
This is no weak sister we're playing. This is the Ada Cougars, undefeated, ranked 3rd in the state, and Graydon Howell just went 63 yards, leveling one of their defenders.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. The last time I called an Ada came here in Broken Bow, we were ahead by a couple of touchdowns and wound up losing by a point.
Oh, I'm talking on that play.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm going to be a bit cautious here until the buzzer. Gadiel with the kick, and it is good. 28-14. The Savages with a 2-touchdown advantage. 6:23 left in the football game, and a defense that's playing just as well as it's played all season. We'll take a short commercial timeout. Back with the kickoff right after this. And we are back. 6:23 left in the football game. The Savages 28, the Cougars 14. Looking across the district, Poto leads Sallisaw 28-13. That's a 4th quarter score as well. Still 7-6. Glenpool leads McLean. And the other contest, Hilldale and Stillwell, is dropped from my board here, so I'll have to find it again. There it is. Hilldale 45, Stillwell 32.
That one's been back and forth.
That's a shootout up there.
We've seen really, really high arching kicks so far from
Zaragoza. I think he's kicked the ball really well, high and at about the 25-yard line. This one's going the same thing. Fielded, bouncing, picked up at the 25, turns it up, tries to get a block, spin move, breaks the tackle, still on his feet. Savages with Blake Skelton to turn him in, and he does. Get him down at the 35-yard line. That was a lot of running, a lot of excitement, but ultimately it sets up a possession that'll start where it would have if it would have went out of bounds. So,
and that shows why that Richardson is so scary as well. You see how elusive he is when he gets the ball in space, but Savages did a good job, kept after it, and as you said, He fielded it at what, the 25, so it was about a 9-10-yard return.
Look at this defense, how emotional they are right now. They are fired up, ready to hit somebody. 2-touchdown lead, 6:13 left, and a big stop defensively right here could really seal the ball game for the Savages, as they have all the momentum and all the emotion on their side right now.
14-point deficit, 6:13 left, 2 timeouts. You may see the Cougars go to the air.
Isaiah Fields on an island out here in man coverage with their best receiver. Boyles is looking that way, fires it across, picked off. Scott Baker with an open field. The Savages with 1 to beat. Boyles gets him down at the 15-yard line. The Savages have turned the football back in their direction with 6:02 left in the ball game.
That is the difference, Sky Baker. He was out for 5 games after the McAllister game. You see what a difference he make. He sat down. He read that. He was prepared by the coaching staff. He knows he's a field general too, Skip. He knows what's going on. And
what's going on? There's a penalty.
It may be on the return. I hope it is on the return. That was a beautiful interception by Sky Baker.
The penalty is all the way over on the Ada sideline at the 22-yard line. The officials are talking things over here.
Their offensive linemen look like are going off the field.
Here we go. What's up here? Let's find out. Unsportsmanlike conduct. That's a post-possession against Broken Bow. That's 15 from the spot. 15 from the end of the play, so that's all right. From the 15, we're back at the 30, 1st and 10.
If it's for the celebration on the sideline out of bounds, that I'm not sure if that's a.
It should be 15 from the end of the play.
No, what I'm saying is the celebration that I saw was on the sideline, on our sideline, out of bounds after the play, but the flag was thrown way over there, right?
Yeah, the flag's over there on the 22-yard line, all the way on the other side of the field, in front of the Ada. Well, I mean, not really in front of the bench, but
in front of the locker room.
So an unsportsmanlike penalty marks it back to the 30, and the Savages will have it 1st and 10. Hey, we'll take it. 6:02 left in the ball game. A 2-touchdown lead by the Savages. They have the football 1st and 10.
Savages looking at, I think now, well, I don't know. You saw Graydon Howell lower his shoulder run over a would-be tackler and go 63 yards. So
I think you get a heavy dose of
Snooty Neal and Graydon Howell.
I think so. I think you put you bring your H back in, and
hey,
they're going to go with Pratt this time, and he's going to be out in formation. So they've got 3 receivers split left. Graydon's looking in that direction here. He's going to keep the football, cutting up the middle of the field to cross the 30, pushing at the 26.
You got to blow that dead.
And they've stopped.
You're going to get somebody hurt. He never went down.
They've stopped his progress at the 26-yard line. A penalty marker is at the end of the play. I don't know if it's a penalty marker or a towel. I can't tell the difference.
I think that's to mark where the ball stopped. They just threw the flag down to show where the forward progress.
It's Graydon's towel.
Okay.
I can't tell the difference with these pink towels and pink flags. Why don't we just keep the flags yellow, and that way we know.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, listen, I understand cancer awareness. It's an important thing to do, but I mean, just keep the flags yellow, and then at least we know the difference.
And put the symbol on it, the little yellow
right.
ribbon. I mean, pink ribbon. Well, it's a gain of 5.
Yeah, 5:10 to go, clock on the move. Snooty in the backfield, crosses the 25, turns, pushing, 23, gets help, 20, 19-yard line. The Savages bullying their way for a 1st down.
Snooty Neal turned around and then just used his legs like he was doing squats for the last 3 yards of that run.
Big run that time for Snooty. He's still on the ground, and he's cramped up maybe. Looks like he's wanting to stretch that leg out, so he's going to have to come out of the football game. He's taking his helmet off, and they've whistled the play whistled the clock stopped. So Snooty will come out for at least one play. 5 minutes even left on the game clock. Savages with a 1st and 10 at the Ada 19-yard line.
This is the ideal situation for Broken Bow is to keep moving the chains, making 1st downs, eating time off the clock, and then put it in the end zone with about, minute 30 left.
And they've already used one of their timeouts. I mean, I try to force them into a situation where they've got to use another one right here. If we just keep the clock running, when it gets down under 3 minutes, they're going to have to use a timeout.
And they only have 2 left.
They only have 2 left, and there's 5 minutes on the clock. They should wind it, and now they do. Here we go. They'll reset the play clock. The clock is moving. 4:53 left. The Savages taking their time here. Happy to let it wind down. The play clock now at 10, and now the offense will set up. Pistol set. Three receivers. Cole Patrick is the running back. Graydon snaps the football, hands it to Patrick, looking to turn it up. He's hitting the backfield, still spinning, still running hard, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but does not. But again, Chris, that keeps the clock moving.
You're a step ahead of me. That was, even though breaking those tackles doesn't get you back to the line of scrimmage, it still keeps that clock moving. And man, a tough run considering he had people all over him. It looked like I couldn't tell if it was intended. It looked like Graydon spun around backwards to hand the ball to him. I don't know if that's part of the play or if it was to the wrong side or what.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it was Patrick replacing Neal. Neal back in there again this time. Clock still moving. Under 4 minutes left. 10 on the play clock, and now the Savage offense will set up using all of the play clock that they can. Graydon watching it, and now gets the snap. Fakes, now turns back, naked bootleg. Outside to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. One block, sealed out, Sky Baker, and Graydon's in the end zone, another touchdown.
Second time, second possession, Graydon Howell. That is his second rushing touchdown, and it puts the Savages up by 20. Man, what a run.
Broken Bow 34, Ada 14. Not only are the Savages in the lead, they're in the lead by plus 15. That's a big deal when you're looking at tiebreakers. There's a possibility all four of the top teams in this district could be tied with identical one-loss records after tonight. That would mean the tiebreaker would come into play. So being up by 15 at this point in the game is a big deal. Cale Ginn will snap. Blake Skelton will hold, and Gadiel Zaragoza kicks it through the uprights for the 35th point of the football game. 35-14, the Savages lead. And a penalty on the play after the extra point. And this, you know what, we'll sort this out when we come back. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
And we are back. Savages with 3:38 left. By the way, that was a personal foul penalty on unsportsmanlike conduct after the kick. So it'll be the Broken Bow Savages will kick from the 45-yard line in Cougar territory. So
it might be see if Zaragoza can put it in the end zone or kick it over there. Actually, kick it over to about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, or just I mean, this is one of those situations where you might just bounce it hard off the ground and see if you can get a big high bounce out of it.
Or because of field position, send it higher than you normally tell him to skyball it and get the coverage under it and force them to look up into the lights to try to catch it.
Well, they have to make a fair catch.
Yeah.
Hey, what a game Graydon's having. Huh?
Man, great players.
That was absolutely naked bootleg. He had no blocking.
And he broke 3 tackles.
Yeah.
And then on the other play, he bowled over a guy, the 63-yard.
I'm going to take that back. He did have blocking. He had Sky Baker on a seal block at the end zone that got the touchdown for him. But he did the rest of it on that outside.
You see why one of the many reasons why he is so highly rated. But this is a quarterback that's throwing balls to his receivers, that is eluding blocks, but he's just turned into a power runner here in the fourth quarter, and it's put 2 touchdowns on the board.
So it looks like Zaragoza wants to kick an onside kick here, and he does. Loose ball, and the Savages have it.
Beautifully executed.
The Savages bounce it off the chest of one of the Ada Cougars, and the Broken Bow offense has the football with 3:37 left in the football game. 35-14 is our score.
That was a beautiful kick by Zaragoza, and Maverick Soto pounced on it once it went off a player, and that is fantastic football. Savages, they came out emotional, ready to play this game. They had an extra day to prepare for it, but so did Ada. They both played on Thursday last week, but the Savages have reclaimed their spot as the top of this district of 4A4.
35-14 with Poto has a 2-touchdown advantage as well. They have a 15-point lead themselves over Salisaw with a minute left in that football game. So this is turning into a big Friday night in District 4. 3:37 left in the football game. The Savage offense on the field looking for more. They're looking to run the clock out.
Yeah,
That's what they're looking for.
If they go 3 and out, they can still run it down to about 2 minutes.
They're going to force a timeout anyway. Here's Snooty turning it outside, 30, 25, has a blocker at the 20, cuts it back, 15, inside the 10. First and goal from the 9-yard line is Snooty Neal with a huge run.
There's some more snoot force for you, just ramming down the sideline. And the thing is, yeah, he's a power runner, but he also has such good field vision and makes such precise cuts. Just a fantastic running back. Keep in mind, that guy's just a junior, as is the quarterback in the backfield with him.
This is Savage football at its finest. 3:20 left in the football game. Clock on the move. Savage is on the move as well, trying to add to what is already a 35-14 advantage. Letting the clock run. Graydon with under 10 on the play clock now. Sets his offense and snaps it with 3 left. Fake handoff. Here's Graydon towards the end zone, and he's going to step in very easily. Another Graydon Howell touchdown, and the Savages are pouring it on at the moment.
That's a beautifully read play as he went down, held it in, Snell. And you could see the outside linebacker cheated down the end, came in, and was on a beeline to stop Snooty before he got to the line of scrimmage. Howell just pulled it back out of the belly of Neal and went straight into the end zone.
This is going to raise some eyebrows in the newspaper tomorrow. 41-14, Zaragoza trying to tack on number 42 here. Cale Ginn will snap. Skelton with the hold. It's on the tee. It's through the uprights, and the 42nd point of the football game for the Savages with 2:57 left on the game clock. The Savages in the driver's seat. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
We're back.
And welcome back to Memorial Stadium. The house is a-rocking tonight. 42-14, the Savages with the lead. 2:57 left in the football game. We have a final from LaFleur County. The Poto Pirates have defeated the Salisal Black Diamonds 28-13. We have a log jam at the top of District 4.
This is going
to be an interesting finish. To the season, I mean.
Yeah, I got you. They say it's lonely at the top, but not in 4A4.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of company in 4A4 right now. Tough district. Here comes the Savage defenders. I see Trey Williams and Tyjon Murphy have replaced Jackson Porter and Jimmy Brown. Hats off to Porter and Brown. What a night they have had stopping up the middle. Man, what a great job defensively so far tonight by this Broken Bow Savage defense. Cale Ginn and Bentley Brown still in the game on the edges there. Isaiah Fields and B.B. Heath are the cornerbacks. Sky Baker and Cole Patrick the safeties. It's Meddock, Pratt, and Williams at the backers. Handoff, new running back, straight ahead. Ginn has him along with some help, and down he goes. 1 yard gain, 2nd and 9. Clock still moves.
Man, Ginn just muscled him, grabbed him around the shoulder pads, and just bulldogged him into the ground.
Savages wanting a home game. Another one, but we have one more next week.
That will be senior night, by the way.
Against Tulsa McLean.
You're going to hear this crowd.
There it is, 28-13. The crowd doesn't even understand.
The
crowd,
we do.
The crowd does not understand the impact of that, but we know. 2nd down and a long 8 yards here. Clock moving, 2:17 left. Handoff, Rich in the backfield.
Guess
and the
who?
Savages were still pouring it on defensively.
Bentley Brown.
Bentley Brown with the stop on Jalen Wortham. And the Cougars have gone to the second unit running back here, as Karan Richardson has done for the night, I think.
Well, yeah.
And why wouldn't he be in this situation?
It's a 28-point football game. I mean
you
don't even, you're not even going to get to 15.
Yeah, you can't even get back within the tiebreaker. So 1:45 left, clock moving. And the Savage defenders ready to celebrate. The Savage team ready to celebrate. It is a bit of a sparse crowd tonight for a game. Beautiful October evening with a chance of rain, and I think that affected it.
Boy, that's
a nice
powerful
run. Yeah, it's a big, powerful run. It's all academic as the clock moves under 1:20 left here. Cougars will face a 4th down and about 4 here.
Murphy and Meddock, M&M getting up, and along with Bentley Brown. Man, I want to see how many tackles Brown has. And it's not just the tackles, it's forcing it back inside. Just overall,
yeah, what a great,
beautiful defensive performance by Broken Bow.
What a great night. We used the front 4 of the Broken Bow defense on the game day today, and there was a reason for that because we knew that they were the key to this football game. And, folks, they have played outstanding football tonight. Hats off to all the Savage defenders, those guys up front digging in against the Ada Cougars. The Cougars are going to use their second timeout here with 46.9 seconds left. The Savages are ready to celebrate. They know that they are back in the top spot in District 4A4, and especially now with Ada losing by, they lose 15. Ada lost by 15, and Sallisaw lost by 15. And the Savages will win by 15. So it may be that we are, with the tiebreaker, the number 1 team in the district.
In sole possession of first place, yeah.
Well, you can't technically.
It's way too early to.
You can't technically be in sole possession, I guess, with the tie, but we would have the tiebreaker advantage. But there's still 2 games left, and they are no gimme game to begin with. Poto awaits us, and we will play up in Poto in 2 weeks.
I'm going to read the final scores for the Ada Cougars. Keep in mind, they started off the season playing 3 5A schools.
Yeah.
So far this season. 31, 41, 37, 52, 49 against Poto, 61 against Hilldale, 49 against Stillwell, and now 14 against the Savage. Now, they may score again in this game, but
they're going to punt it.
likely not.
Yeah. Boyles will punt the football. Savages are happy to just let it roll.
And let the clock run.
The clock will stop with 38.4 seconds left. The Savages just have to kneel at one time. Safety formation and then the victory.
Man, how sweet this is. A superb job by the entire coaching staff preparing for this game. They knew it was going to be a big game, and they were well prepared. I could just say, and again, it's not just the preparation, but this team has played with heart and with emotion tonight, and it has shown. They never gave up. They pursued every play, and, man, they have really come in and basically played some physical football. They have out-physicaled, if I can make up a new word, Ada.
It was a confident football team. All week long in the hallways, this team has been very, very confident. And now they have reason to celebrate as they are in the victory formation with 38 seconds left in the football game. Graydon will take one snap, takes a knee, and that'll do it. The 2 teams will shake hands, and the top of the district will turn over. Here they come. Look at how happy this bunch is.
Well,
what a big win.
They should be. They just beat the undefeated number 3 team and the formerly undefeated number 3 team in the state. And now they have a.
By far the biggest victory the Savages have ever had, point margin-wise, over the Ada Cougars.
Yeah, it's the biggest victory of the Maverick Ling era, too.
Yeah, by far the biggest victory,
this
I would say.
This was a huge football game, and they ran away with it literally in the second half.
It was reminiscent of the domination that we saw in Sallisaw last year in the game that we thought would be a close football game, and we actually wound up kind of dominating that game. This time it was an even more surprising result as the Savages take it to the Cougars from start to finish and finish with a 42-14 victory. What a big win, Chris, for the Broken Bow Savage program.
Yeah, and it's a statement football game. They go to McLean, McLean comes here next week. We'll be back. It'll be senior week.
That's right, senior night next Friday night as the Tulsa McLean comes to town. Last score I had with them, they were still 7-6, Glenpool and Tulsa McLean. Let's look at the tiebreaker here. Savages with 35 will take them to 50. Ada will lose 15. That'll take them down to 44. Sallisaw will lose 15. That'll take them down to 37. Poto will get 15. That takes them to 28. The Savages are in first place with the tiebreaker in District 4 as of tonight.
That's
fantastic.
That's fantastic. And listen, they're going to be talking about this one for a long, long time. It's not often anybody beats Ada and especially anybody beats Ada by 28 points.
Savages celebrating with the band, celebrating a big victory tonight, and looking forward next week to the Tulsa McLean Titans, who will be here in Memorial Stadium for a big game. Hope you can come out. If you can't make it, we'll be right here live on the Broken Bow Savage YouTube channel. We'll have all the action with you. Zach West, as always, giving us those great shots tonight. Great look at the game from all the different close-up shots that he had, of all the emotion to just being able to watch the plays develop. Great job, Zach. Appreciate you as always. Chris Chandler with the great analysis, telling us how things were happening and why they were happening. So happy to be with you. Hope you can join us again. Again, don't forget, 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be in Podo for another huge football game. Join us here on the Savage YouTube channel. For all of our team, my name's Skip Copeland. God bless you all. We'll see you next week.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine. Brighter than all of the lights. 'Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like this is my time. This is my moment. You better bet that I'm on it. Ready and set, I'ma own it. Blast it to 10, then keep going. There ain't no coasting. I never settled on play. Putting the kettle to flame.